Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of the Sports Block. My name is Daniel Ingman, and alongside me are Vincent Maxwell and Adam Ireland. How are you guys doing tonight?
Doing pretty good. Just ready for some high school football.
Yes, Adam, I am very excited tonight. I am honored to be back doing Sports Block for what I believe will be one final time at the opening game of the 2017-2018 football season, as the Middle Creek football team is about to come out of the tunnel. And it seems that they have switched up the song from last year. Do you have any comments on that, Vinny?
Great switch up. Yeah, I talked to Coach Harris earlier. He gave me a little sneak peek on that new song that they're working on, and that's what they're going to come out to for the whole season.
So I guess a new season, new traditions. It's always cool to come back and see what's going on. I'm very excited to see the Mustangs and the Griffons play one more time. I have played in two of these matchups, and the respect between these two teams is at the utmost. I mean, the Rocky Mount Griffons, it's going to stump me all night. But the Griffons have been 3A state title contenders for many years, I think 3 years in a row.
Yeah, they won it 2 years ago, and they were runners-up last year.
Yes, so both of these teams are very talented. As most everybody knows, Middle Creek has made it to the state finals or state semifinals of Eastern Finals 3 out of the past 4 years, and are looking to repeat and even get even farther this year, possibly winning a state championship. That is always the final goal.
You've been there twice, right? You've been there all three. You guys came up short last year, but we're trying to move past that. The last 2 years, they've been to the conference semifinal and just falling a little bit short. But it's a new year, and they're looking to get even further.
Yeah, most definitely.
I think this, to this point, this is the most important game for both these teams because both these teams lost so much. So this is really both coaching staff's first real chance to see who's going to step up and who's not going to be able to handle an increased workload, and who's going to have to, what are they going to have to change so that they can win more ball games.
Yeah, the Rocky Mount Griffons lost 100% of their passing game by losing both of their quarterbacks. They lost all 1,199 passing yards and 8 of their passing touchdowns. But the passing attack really has taken a dip for Middle Creek, as they lost 38 of their 39 passing touchdowns and 2,952 of their 3,231 passing yards. And as we all know, Middle Creek thrives on a passing offense. So
yeah, and what made Dominique Schaffner so good is that teams had to respect his running game, his ability to get out of the pocket and scramble, as he had second most rushing yards on the team behind Dre Jones and second most touchdowns on the team behind Dre Jones. Yeah,
that dual threat type quarterback. We'll see how Andrew Ely can fill Dominique's quite large shoes. I'm just expecting a phenomenal football game. Smash mouth style is how Rocky Mount likes to play, and they will do so with Charlie Williams III leading the way, the rushing attack.
Yeah.
And I expect to see an increased workload from Dre Jones this year, seeing as Dominique and a bunch of Middle Creek receivers have graduated and moved on to play college football.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think offensively, Middle Creek's going to have to be careful of Rocky Mount's defensive captain, Detrell Rivas, who had 97 tackles, 9 interceptions, and 1 forced fumble a year ago. So he was all over the place last year. So Middle Creek's going to have to be careful of where he is.
Yeah. And speaking of defense, Middle Creek has also lost a lot of players on defense. They lost 4 of their 6 59-plus tacklers. Just most of the defensive starters are gone, with a few notable returners, as in Joey Maya, Connor Chionsky, and Rasheed Martin. He's back. But a couple new faces as well. Darnell Jones is going to take a step into his starting spot. I talked to him the other night. and he was very excited about the season. He was looking forward to playing and starting this year. But one thing that Middle Creek does not have is a senior cornerback by the name of Jalen Herring.
Yeah, they lost him this track, I believe.
Yes, Jalen took a step back from football to focus on his track career, where he excels. As Brandon Wilson will take the opening kickoff, Jordan Mitchell, he breaks a couple tackles, cuts back, and gets to the 27-yard line.
Yeah. I think if Andrew Ely can, if he can make the throws he needs to, I think the Middle Creek's offense will be just fine.
See, a lot of what y'all, I've been watching Andrew Ely for a while. Him back in it. I think he's going to take a lot of what Dominique Schaffer did and add it to his game. He's been backing him up for a few years. And so I think that's what he's going to try to do this season. He's going to try to use a lot of what he did, and he's going to incorporate it to his own game. As we get a handoff here by Dre Jones, and he's going to be stopped after they get about a 2-yard gain. So they're probably going to give him a 4 progress there.
So this season, Dre Jones has changed his number to number 10. And senior captain of the defense, Connor Chansky, has switched his number to 5. So if Dre and Connor look a little different, it's because they're not wearing the same numbers. That confused me a little bit. As Ely hands off to Jones again on the inside, he bounces outside, takes it, he's gone. Looks like he's going to get a first down. He keeps going, gets about the 50-yard line, carrying 3 defenders with him.
And that's going to be the first down of the season for Middle Creek there.
I think that's what impresses me the most about Dre Jones is his strength and will to keep running and pushing for those extra yards. A lot of guys would have just taken 2 guys and been down at the 40, not getting the first down, but he takes the ball, carries 3 guys with him, and gets the first down.
And so Stubbs is subbed in for Dre Jones. Ely's going to drop back. He's looking deep, and he just overthrows him right there. And number 15, Sean Horton.
So we have new faces on offense, too, after losing many senior receivers such as Shaman Hicks and Derek Young. Sean Horton, who played JV and was a standout last year, has now stepped into the starting receiver role and will be featured a lot on this Middle Creek offense.
Yeah, and we can't forget about Jordan Mitchell or Rashid Martin either.
This is the year of the many new faces. We're going to see a lot of young guys getting a chance to start. And as Zahid Stubbs, he's going to be dropped for about a loss of 4 or 5 right there.
Looks like about 5 back to the Middle Creek's own 45-yard line.
It looks like a lineman was down, stretching for a little bit, but it looks like he's up and at him.
And Cavion Morris subbed into the game for Mr. Stubbs.
Yeah, Middle Creek needs to get to Rocky Mount's 40-yard line for a first down. So it's going to bring up about a 3rd and 15 here.
And if you guys watched a lot of last season, Calvion Morris he's just a small stature of what Dre Jones is. That downhill runner, he can get those jump cuts, he'll find the hole for you, and he get down the field.
Yeah, I played against Calvion a lot in practice, and one thing that surprised me is the extreme speed he would come with downhill. It was a lot more than I would expect, but he's also extremely fast, so he'll get out of that edge, and if you try to, not tackle him,
to you.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a timeout here by Middle Creek, so we'll be right back with the sports block. And welcome back to the Sports Block. After a quick timeout by Middle Creek, we're back as Middle Creek has a 3rd and 15 from its own 45-yard line.
We're going to twitch, and there's going to be a trip set for the Mustangs to the right. And Dre Jones is back in. They're going to roll out, and it's going to be a dunk screen, but it's going to be incomplete. It's going to be a 4th down, and we're going to see the special teams unit for the first time tonight on the Middle Creek Mustang side.
Yeah.
That was definitely a good play call by Coach Ragland. The line gave out defensive line for Rocky Mount, got up all up in the face of Andrew Ely, and he just kind of threw that ball down in the dirt for Rashid Martin where he could not catch it or stay on his feet. So even if he would have caught the ball, it would have been at the same spot. So would have resulted in a 4th down either way, and now we get to see Trevor Kirkland on for the first punt of the night. The ball is snapped. Punt, only 1 rush for Rocky Mount.
Almost blocked.
Going to take a Middle Creek bounce.
And it's going to roll to almost about the 20-yard line. They're going to down at the 21.
So Harrison Ryder will down the ball. Rocky Mount will start with the ball at about their own 21-yard line.
This year we have a really young defense, so you're going to see a lot of familiar faces from last year, but you're going to see a lot of new faces in there, especially in the secondary. Secondary is very big.
Yeah,
And,
the secondary lost its 4 main starters from last year, so that's going to be big. I don't think it's going to be as big in this game as compared to next week with Heritage, but as Rocky Mountain doesn't throw the ball as much.
And we got Kai Paxton, and we got Tyron Belcher in the corner. And a deep safety at number 33, we got Cole.
Cole Preveno. I'm sorry if I butchered that. But
and they're going to go fullback dive here, and it's going to be stopped right at the line.
Yeah, I think if the secondary, I think, is the biggest question mark in Middle Creek's defense, but I think the D-line and linebacking core will be good, so if that can probably help alleviate some of the question marks if the D-line can get after the quarterback and stop the run game consistently.
Middle Creek looks.
They're going to go outside, and that's going to be stuff right there.
The good
Joey Maya in on the tackle there.
That is what's going to be the strength of this team this year, is the 2 inside linebackers and that defensive line. Connor Chiansky, a phenomenal leader who will get these boys doing what they need to do, and Joey making an extremely athletic play come through the hole.
Yeah, Middle Creek has always been a very great, has always had a great run defense. And now they're going to go a no safety set. No safeties deep. Everybody's playing pressed up.
And it's going to be
he's going to go deep here. And he overthrows that right there.
Yeah, and that's going to.
Jaquan Lynch.
That was intended for Javion Jones, the senior wide receiver.
And a good defense by
Kai Paxton there. He was pressed up there, and he got beat there on the jump, just that the pass was overthrown.
Yeah, Paxton only a sophomore, and I don't think he played football last year for Middle Creek, or at least if he played JV. I did not know him, so Kai, it's good to see new faces on the team, and hopefully he can.
It's going to result in a safety for Middle Creek.
And that's going to be a quick safety as the
Middle
Creek Mustangs get on the board.
And after the play, Cole Preveno took a slip on the concrete behind the goalpost, so he is limping off the field. Preveno already hampered by a broken arm of some sort. So that definitely did not feel good. But Middle Creek now goes up 2-0 with 9:06 left in the first quarter.
Yeah, I think definitely. Yeah, I was going to mention earlier. Special teams is going to be a big question mark for Rocky Mount with they lost their kicker and puncher, so that's going to be a big question mark for them.
Well, we didn't even get to see their new punter as their long snapper just chucked it right over the head of the punter.
Yeah, and you don't want to have question marks on special teams because that's a huge part of your team, but can also be such an easy part of your team. Especially if you're a good kicker and punter, that can be such a big part of your team at the same time, be so easy. Sometimes it's taken for granted.
Yeah, it can also shift the momentum of a game. I mean, something like that, if it happened towards the end of a game, could really deflate a team, because if you don't know that a safety results in 2 points to the team, and the team that was on defense now gets the ball back on offense as if it was a punt.
Yeah, like you said.
So, and in high school, they don't actually have to punt it, but it will be a place kick from the same distance as if it were a punt. Brandon Wilson wants to kick a little bit. Is not going to get too far. Gets brought down from behind by a swarm of Griffons.
So the Mustangs are going to start from their own 37-yard line here. We're going to get a chance to see this offense, and we're going to be able to sit there, going to be able to move it down the field here.
Now, the one thing I want to see from Andrew Ely, I know he's got the skills, he's got the arm, he can make all the throws. But the one thing Dominique was a phenomenal leader for the Mustangs last year. And I want to see if Andrew Ely can lead this team and not just be a phenomenal quarterback, but also a phenomenal leader as well.
Yeah, and that's half of what being a good quarterback is, being able to lead your team.
Yeah, you have to demand respect from the team as Ely's going to drop back for a pass. He's going to throw deep to Wilson.
Brandon Wilson, but that's going to be out of bounds. He throws about 5 yards over his head.
Yeah, just a little from, like you said, like if you just look at the NFL, all the great quarterbacks like Tom Brady or Ben Roethlisberger, they're all great leaders.
Aaron Rodgers is a great leader too.
Yeah.
So Brandon Wilson is a new addition to the receiving corps. He played mostly running back for his previous 3 years. Didn't play so much last year as he had some off-the-field issues. But it seems that he's got those righted out, and he will be back for the team this year. Ely pump fakes, throws a screen, but that one is also incomplete to Wilson.
Yeah. I think the offensive line is going to be a question mark too, as we've seen early. Rocky Mount's broken free with all its rushers, with free rushers early, twice so far.
Well, those plays are screens, so the offensive line kind of lets them go free. I want to see if Rocky Mount can, because Coach Ragland likes to throw a lot of screens, if they can decipher when it is a screen and if that will hamper the Middle Creek offense as some of those screens get batted away.
They're going to get a 5-man rush. They're going to go screen again here, and this time Brandon Wilson catches it. He's going to get open field, and he's going to cut down the middle, and he's going to be tackled just before the 30-yard line.
Yeah,
that play as that time that screen worked.
Middle Creek is going with the hurry up, but like I said on that last play, number 91, I believe, for Rocky Mount, deciphered that screen out and almost got a paw on it.
But now they're going to hand it off to Dre Jones as he makes the jump cut, and it's going to be a tackle.
And that's going to
about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, and if you watch any film on Middle Creek, especially from past years, you know they like to go to screen passes.
Yep. Well, finally, Ely now 1 for 3 with a big screen pass. Horton comes in.
Dre again, and
Dre Jones.
He's going to get about 3 yards there.
Gets close to a first down. It'll be 3rd and about 3.
So let's see if they can punch it in.
Dre Jones not utilized as much as he probably would have liked last year, but I think after losing a lot of key components on offense.
Ely's going to go read option here. He's going to get he's going to be maybe just short of first down.
Good read there.
They're going to give it to him.
Good read there by Ely as we have
it looks like it looks like a Rocky Mount player shaking up.
I think they tackle each other on there, and he just, the way he fell on the tackle kind of maybe twisted his leg up or something. Hopefully it's not too bad.
So we're going to take.
But I believe we are going to take a
quick commercial break.
Timeout. We'll be right back. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. After an extended injury delay, we are back at Middle Creek Stadium with the Mustangs up 2-0 over the Griffons. Number 8, Cedric Baker, had a leg injury and was down on the field for quite some time. So we hope that he is okay and nothing is too seriously wrong with him.
Well, we can all hope.
So there's 8 minutes left in this first quarter of play. The game is taking its sweet time, and play is restarted. The clock will start. So it's going down. Mustangs first down after an Ely scramble as he drops back to throw. Mitchell in the corner of the end zone dives for it, but it's incomplete.
Just past his fingertips.
Mitchell is capable of making those plays, but it was just a little too far. A good throw by Ely. It was just a little bit too far for Mitchell to reach.
Rasheed Martin and Kyle Woodard just subbing in on double trip set. They're going to go screen to Rasheed Martin. He's going to go down the sideline. He's going to get about a 10-yard gain. He's going to be down just above the 10-yard line.
Yeah, Ely's been so close on like all these deep throws that eventually he's going to get his timing right, and he's going to, one of these times, it's going to be a busted coverage.
Yeah.
Got Sean Horton on the far right. Set up a one-on-one coverage. Now we got Kyle Woodard in the slot.
Horton's a tall guy, and I believe he has a height advantage over the cornerback. So a fade route might work, but Dre Jones takes up the middle and gets cut up. So we'll be fourth down, fourth and short.
Bridges in on that tackle.
Middle Creek will go for it. They decided to not go for the kicking unit. And now it will be fourth and about 4 for the Mustangs.
Looks like Ely's
going to go for a hard count here.
Mustangs trying to draw him off sides as many times as we had done that last season.
And the Griffons is going to bring a heavy blitz.
And they got him behind the line. So that's going to be a turnover on down. So Rocky Mount's going to take over at its own.
Questionable play called there. Went for the run on 4th and 4.
Looks like Rocky Mount's going to take over at its own 16-yard line.
And it looks like Preveno was trying to go back out on the field. I'm not sure if the knee was still bothering him or if Coach Ray just decided to give him some rest. But we have a new free safety in the game.
Jake Caputo.
Number 7, Jake Caputo.
And we got Paxton back in on the deep right and the deep left. They're going to run left, and they're going to go left wide, and Conchuancy's going to come in on the tackle. They're going to get a first down. They're going to be down about the 32-yard line.
And that's Brown, the senior running back, who's arguably their best player. Oh, one of the backup to Charlie.
And a good tackle by Chiansky, but after the first down, cornerback Kai Paxton maybe should have turned around, but was drawn off by the receiver. As now a play action,
roll out,
deep
and they're
route.
looking deep. As Tyron Belcher made sure that number 1, that would be McCowan, make sure he doesn't get down the field.
Yeah, good coverage there by Belcher.
Yeah, Belcher coming back. He started last year some games and is looking to be a more predominant starter here in his junior season?
Yeah.
No, senior season. Excuse me. So Rocky Mount coming out one receiver wide and a double wing with a tight end.
To a 4-3 set, and they're going to load the box because they're going to go toss to the right. He's going to cut inside, making good jump cuts, but he's barely going to get back to the line of scrimmage. As that was Charlie Williams in there with taking that carry.
Yeah, they're do-it-all running back on offense. Another tackle for Shiansky.
A good job by Darnell Jones to set that left edge and force a cutback where Joey Mike could come crashing down and make a good tackle for about 2 yards. It's going to be 3rd and about 8 for the Griffons.
They're going to load the box here.
Double wing with a wide out to the left. Motion back.
Fake,
play action.
Lynch is looking to his
left.
Out of the pocket. He's going to roll out. He's looking deep, and he's going to get sacked by Joey Maya. It's always nice to get a first sack of the season right there.
Yeah, Joey Maya following in the footsteps of his brother George. George is a phenomenal pass rusher who graduated and is now going to play football at UNC Charlotte. And I guess the tradition of getting a sack is in the Maya family. So hats off to Joey right there for chasing the quarterback down and doing a great scramble drill. So now it will force the Griffons to punt at about 4th and 15.
See what looks like it's going to be number 28, Sailor Newton.
Let's hopefully for the Griffons, the ball doesn't sailor over his head this time as he punts the ball.
It's going to be a real short punt. And it's going to take a Griffon bounce to about the 48-yard line. So the Mustangs offense is going to have a good field position to start this third drive.
We'll see if they can get another score on this drive, as the injury delay, I think, kind of hurt their momentum on the last drive.
Yeah. Hopefully Ely can connect on some of these long throws. Wilson is back in at the wide receiver position. Horton will take a rest as Ely drops back to throw.
And
looking
Griffin's
deep,
bringing the
stepping
rush
up the pocket, scrambling.
He's going to take the carry, and he's going to get a first down and more. And he's going to get it all the way to about the 33-yard line.
He takes a good hit there by number 6, Tavion Parker.
And that's what Ely's going to have to do this season. He's going to have to learn how to make plays on his own, and once the pocket breaks down, he's going to have to learn how to step up, either throw the ball or he's going to take the run. And now they're going to go chip receiver set to the left.
Yeah, that was one of the best things Dominique had done, but now Ely steps back.
He's going to go deep to Brandon Wilson, and Brandon Wilson makes the catch for the touchdown.
What a catch.
Wow. Great concentration by Wilson on that touchdown reception, catching it in between 2 defenders, and a phenomenal throw by Ely to put it in the spot where nobody but Wilson could get to it as 2 Rocky Mountain defenders went up and missed it. So I wonder if Ragland is going to try something and go for 2 here, if he's just going to take his 1 and go for 9.
I was just thinking that. Make it a 10-point game instead of a 9-point game, but I think looks like he's just going to take the points.
I don't know.
That's a nice way for Brandon Wilson to return to the football team, get himself a touchdown in the first game. You always want that first touchdown.
Trevor Kirkland on to attempt the kick.
Kick is up, and it is good.
So that makes the score 9-0 Middle Creek. We'll be right back with the sports block.
It does not look like we are going to break. So after that good, quick drive by the Mustangs, score is 9-0. Just a great throw by Ely on that last play to score. They look Dominique-esque, if you ask me.
Yeah, he put the ball right where it needed to be, and Brandon Wilson, as the receiver, was able to go up and get it.
Between 2 defenders, too.
Yeah, very impressive throw and catch right there. Rocky Mountain with double coverage, and Wilson just making a fantastic play and just pulling it in. So Middle Creek looks to kick off as Rocky Mount has just got my eyes checked today. I should see this, but I believe that is Jaquan Lynch back to receive the kick. It is not. That is number 31, Detrell Rivas.
And then number 17, Tryshawn Lawrence over on their own sideline.
So Kirkland will kick off from the left hash. Senior kicker looking to make his mark on Middle Creek history. Looking to put up a lot of points this year and help this team go win a state championship, as we've come so close to accomplishing that goal before. That has been the Middle Creek goal for many, many years in a row. And, I think this team can do it. We've had teams in the past that were very capable and just got some bad bounces, but I think this team can do it as Kirkland will kick off a shorter kick to about the 20-yard line. And a convoy through the way, but Middle Creek swarms them, gets in there to make the tackle, as I believe that was Jordan Mitchell. Sherrod Ray, excuse me.
To your point about this could be the team, they might have more capable teams in the past, but it doesn't always work out that way. The Middle Creek softball team last year won 2 playoff games when previous years they hadn't won any, and the teams previous years were better than last year's team.
Yeah, so who knows?
That's why we love sports.
Yep. Stay tuned on the Sports Block. Most home games we will be broadcasting. You can tune in to watch Middle Creek home games and have some good time listening to commentary from these two, because I will not be there, unfortunately. I am moving into college soon. So these two will do a good job stepping up as Rocky Mount takes the ball. Dive, breaks it off to the right, and gets tackled behind the line by Herd of Mustangs.
I believe that's going to be a loss of 2 yards to the Rocky Mount 33-yard line.
Now I see Rasheed Martin is taking over the, I guess, left cornerback for Kai Paxton. Rasheed Martin had a couple big hits last year and is a very solid tackler at the cornerback spot, despite not being the largest of statures.
Sometimes it doesn't depend on size.
So a counter to the left.
He's going to
Missed
miss
tackle.
that tackle.
Chiansky goes for the shoestring.
He's going to be just short of the first down.
In bounds with about 2nd and 1.
Looks about he's going to have
3rd and 1.
about.
Cole Previno really tried to go back at it again, but that leg seems to bother him a lot, and Caputo is going to sub in for him.
They're going to give him a first down.
So a first down on the counter play by the Griffons. Griffons, excuse me.
Not an easy name to say.
Yeah. Very unique, though. I like it. And Caputo started a couple games for the Mustangs last year until he hurt his leg. But we are looking to see how well he does this season on a play-action pass.
Fake, and that's going to be JJ coming in on the sack there. There's a fumble. That's going to be a strip. And Charlie Williams with the fumble recovery there just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Fantastic effort by Tolentino on the strip sack, but Charlie Williams, the senior, coming up big and picking the ball up and getting more yards than if Middle Creek would have got the ball back.
Yeah, Rocky Mount's fortunate there to hang on to the ball, as I'm sure they'll be happy to lose a yard and keep the ball than lose the ball.
Yeah, so it'll be 2nd and 11 with 3:01 remaining in the first quarter.
And the Mustangs looking to run a lot of edge pressure here, bringing edge pressure to that side. And Tolentino in there, that's Joey Maya in there on the tackle. That's number 17 to Sean Lawrence in on the carry.
Yeah, so far tonight, with the exception of 2 or 3 runs, Middle Creek's done a good job of just stuffing the run for minimal gain or loss of yards.
Yep, they just need to solidify that left side, and because that's where their 2 big runs have come from. Tolentino doing a good job forcing him to cut back there. Now Rocky Mount will swap receivers. So number 20, Donomesian Brown will come in as a rollout pass.
He's going to roll out deep, and he's got a completion there for a first down right past the 50-yard line.
The Shaheem battle for the first down.
And he's going to be ruled out at about the 46-yard line.
Yeah, looks like the Middle Creek 46-yard line.
A good throw on the run by Jaquan Lynch
Mm-hmm.
to his receiver to end up result in a first down. So now number 2 Shaheem Battle is now out wide to the left with a dual wing set. Man in motion. Hands off to him. He goes to the left side. Joey Maya goes for the shoestring. Doesn't get it.
He's going to get a nice block, and Sheet Martin in there on the tackle. That's Williams on the carry. He's going to get about 5 yards there.
Yeah, he kind of had to slow down as his own for a one of his own men kind of blocked him up, and then he got tackled.
And Coach Ray was visibly upset after that play, kind of going on the field yelling at somebody. Tolentino is doing a good job on the pass plays, getting some pressure, but he definitely needs to set that left edge and not let people get around.
And we're going to have a
Middle Creek defense looked to be had a little bit of confusion there, but there was a flag on the play.
So 55.
I believe it's going to be on Rocky Mount.
Will Alligood has come out for number 90, Jamari Highsmith. As the penalty was a 5-yard penalty on Rocky Mount.
Probably going to be a false start on Rocky Mount. On the select times, Rocky Mount steps back to pass. If Middle Creek can get pressure,
they're going to hand it off, and they're going to get about maybe 3 yards. The pile went backwards, but they're going to give them forward progress for about 3 yards there.
Yeah, I think with Rocky Mount's new quarterback, with the few times that they select times they step back to pass, I think if Middle Creek can get pressure, they can force him into a turnover or two, since he obviously did not play varsity last year. Now he's stepping into this big role against a very experienced defense with some new faces.
Yeah, good job on Caputo coming downhill that last play and keeping it to a short
drop back here as Lynch is going to go deep, and going to be completed.
So good catch by Shaheem Battle, their star receiver.
His second catch on this drive.
Yeah, good over-the-shoulder catch for the first down. Puts him very close to the Mustang end zone.
Tyron Belcher's going to sub in for Sherrod Ray there. As they look to be, when Rocky Mount decides to drop back and pass, they're looking to go a lot down the right side of the field, right down to the right.
So man in
They're
motion.
going to run it again. That's Williams on the carry.
Oh, and
he makes a man miss. He makes 2 miss, and he's still standing up, and he's going to be down just before the 10-yard line.
He made Caputo miss there.
Michael Brady, though, coming back with the backside defense and making that tackle there after the running back made multiple Middle Creek defenders miss. So it'll be second down on the left side, second and about 6.
Yeah, Michael Brady moved from offensive line to defensive line this past offseason.
Yeah, he played both last year, but predominantly played offensive line.
Hand it off one more time. It's just going to be Joey Meyer hitting on the tackle.
Yeah,
Jalen Watson takes that one up the left side, gets close to a first down. Gets to about the 5-yard line, so it'll be about 31 for the Griffons.
and that's going to be the end of the first quarter. Middle Creek leading 9-0. We'll be right back with the sports block.
Corporate sponsors for supporting the Middle Creek High School student athletes. The Stampede Club has invited one of our Thoroughbred sponsors to be with us tonight to recognize their contributions to the Middle Creek High School student athletes. Hendrick Carey Auto Mall proudly sponsors your Middle Creek Mustangs, the Triangle's largest inventory of new Chevrolet, Dodge, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Kia, Fiat, and over 5,000 pre-owned vehicles. Check out their inventory online at www.carryautomall.com. The Stampede Club would also like to thank our Thoroughbred sponsor, Pierce Group Benefits, for supporting the Middle Creek Mustangs. Pierce Group has a group of dedicated and knowledgeable professionals and a management team that has over 100 years of combined industry experience. Back to you, Adam.
Thanks, Abby. As Rocky Mount has a 3rd and 1 here in Middle Creek Red Zone.
A fantastic tackle by Chiansky? No.
It's like
Joey Maya doing a fantastic job coming in low and taking the legs out.
And they gave him a first down.
So we'll be first and goal. Very close to 4th and inches. So Middle Creek will have to have a phenomenal goal line stand to keep the shutout alive.
Saw one of those last year against Sanderson in the playoffs.
Yep, but a false start by number 1, Raja McCowan. Will set the Griffons back 5 yards, so it will be first and goal at the 10-yard line. So a little bit more breathing room for the Mustangs.
Definitely, you don't want first and further back is it better?
Most definitely not.
Well, it's better for the defense, not the offense.
Yeah, it gives the offense a little bit more room to work with on passing plays at least. So we will see what the Griffons do here, but they're lining up wing, handoff, and a fantastic tackle by Joey Maya. He's playing very, very well tonight. Just kind of all over the field, making every tackle he really can.
He's putting the area on notice to watch out for him in their game plans.
And he is only a junior, so he will be back next year. But we're not focused on next year. We're focused on now. And the defense, I wasn't so sure about it coming in with all the new faces, but they have proved that they are legit and they are ready to show out and rival the defense that we had last year after losing so many people. And I am very excited to see how this group of guys on the defense side of the ball grows. And it looks like Rocky Mount will be taking a timeout. So the score is 9-0 with 10:35 remaining in the first half. We will be right back with the sports block.
The Sports Block would like to thank tonight's stallion sponsor of the game, South Wake Oral Surgery and Dental Implants Group, for sponsoring our Middle Creek Mustang athletes. Dr. Mahar and his staff implants are changing the way that people live. For more information about dental implants or to schedule a consultation appointment, call our office at Cary office phone number 919-567-3293. Adam, back to you.
Thanks, Abby. As we're come back after a quick Rocky Mount timeout, Rocky Mount has a 2nd and goal from its own 10-yard line. From Middle Creek's 10-yard line.
So right is about where to start playback. The Creek Racers singing Sweet Caroline. Rocky Mount hands off, dive play, wrapped up again by Joey Maya. He's making every tackle on the field tonight, it seems like.
He's got nearly 10 tackles so far, and we've only just gotten about 2 minutes into the second quarter. It's pretty big for Joey Maya there.
Especially because he's only a junior.
So it's going to bring a 3rd and goal from Middle Creek's 7-yard line.
The wing set, 2 receivers out. Pass
got
play.
Belcher in one-on-one coverage. He's going to go there, and it's going to be just short. It's going to be 4th and goal. And we're going to see what the Griffons decide to do, and it looks like right now they might take a shot at it.
Looks like they're going to go for it, which...
Actually, it looks like they're bringing on the kicking group.
Yep, looks like it.
Griffons will look to take it to a 3-9 game. It's kind of an odd score for football, but we'll take it because the Mustangs are up.
The quarterback is the holder, so watch out for a fake here.
And you also said this is a new kicker, correct?
I believe so, yes. It is, because they lost their whole kicking game from last year.
And the punt almost blocked, or kick, not punt. The place kick almost blocked by Rasheed Martin, but it is good, so the Griffons will have 3 points, so the score is 9-3. Middle Creek is still on top with 9:57 remaining in the first half. It was a good drive defensively by the Mustangs, don't you think?
It was a pretty great drive. They held up pretty well, and they were able to stop that 3rd down and goal play where Lynch threw it really short. So the defense is looking pretty well tonight. They're holding up pretty well down there.
Yeah.
Take out, forget his name, but their top receiver had 2 3rd down catches on that drive, so take him out and Middle Creek gets a stop. Rocky Mount doesn't score. Shaheem Battle. Yeah, you take him out and Rocky Mount doesn't score on that drive as he converted twice for them on 3rd down.
Yeah, Battle, a 6'2", 6'2" junior receiver, is a little taller than his counterpart on the defensive side, either Sherrod Ray or Tyron Belcher. So Rocky Mount will use that height advantage all night if they have to, but they look to kick off after putting up 3 points that last drive. Middle Creek also obviously looking to extend the lead by 7.
No doubt. And they had a good drive last time with a touchdown touchdown reception from Brandon Wilson.
And that is number 36.
So it's Skylar Newton ready to kick this off.
And an onside kick recovered
by number 24.
Zahid Stubbs.
That was actually
34 actually. It was,
Jackson Chop there with the recovery, and now Middle Creek Offense is going to have a very good field position to start as they're almost at midfield.
Yeah, that was a very heads-up play by the junior Jackson Chop, a play that very well could have went the wrong way and ended up giving the Griffons very good field position. But it results in the Middle Creek Mustangs getting the ball at their own 49, and Ely hands off inside to Jones.
And Of course, the Griffons are doing a great job of tackling, and they're really making sure that they contain Trey Jones's legs. Because if you tackle him up high, he's going to just shed those tackles off. And now they're going to bring in a double receiver set. As number 88 is in, Jemiah McKenzie making his first appearance, and we got Rasheed Martin in the slot. He's going to go in motion. And they can hand it off to Martin. He's going to cut outside, and he's going to be tackled behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be about a 3 or 4 yard loss there.
Yeah, Middle Creek likes to use that speed and versatility that Rasheed Martin brings to the table. Unfortunately, the blocking was not there on the right side, and the outside linebackers and safeties came down for the Griffons and wrapped them up for a loss. So it'll be 3rd down, about 13 for the Mustangs.
And now Terrell Mitchell is in. They're going to motion him in again. This is going to be a play-action fake. He's looking for Mitchell deep, and he just overthrows him by a couple of yards.
Mitchell trips on, I believe, a water bottle.
It was a good play. If it was just a little bit shorter, but Ely put it right on the corner where Mitchell could have got his hands up and snagged the ball and got his feet in. Unfortunately, that was not the case, and it will be 4th down, and Kirkland, will be on to punt.
Second punt of the night for Kirkland.
Mustangs did not punt a lot last year, mostly because we scored touchdowns. So we get to see Kirkland appear twice tonight. And I know Coach Ragland doesn't like to punt a lot, as it is snapped. And a short high kick from Kirkland will bounce. He gets a good bounce. And
it's going to be down at about the 13-yard line.
13. Fantastic kick by Kirkland. Shorter, higher kick, but got a fantastic Middle Creek bounce. And the Griffons will take over at their own 13-yard line. And we get to see this young Middle Creek defense back in action again.
Yeah, the defense has definitely held its own tonight. Only giving up 3 points has definitely held its own.
Yeah, you mentioned the secondary earlier on in the night, and that seems to be what the Griffons are attacking, the young secondary of Sherrod Ray when he's in, and Kai Paxton as they run a counterplay to the left side. But he's wrapped up for a short gain of about 2-3 yards.
Yeah, I think teams all year are going to be testing that secondary, especially I think that secondary will get a good test next week with Hunter, I forget his last name, but Heritage is quarterback who's committed to Duke. But that's next week. Let's focus on this week.
Yeah, the defense is doing a good job now, stuffing the run with the big boys up front, Jamonte Richardson and Ladre Alford, and Jamari Highsmith as Will Alligood left the game earlier with an apparent injury. Another man in motion, dive, he breaks free.
He's going to get the first down there. As that is the fullback, Jalen Watson, on that carry, and they're going to move the sticks.
Watson's a big dude. He's a senior, but he's 5'9", but he's 235 pounds, so he's a bit of a bowling ball, and that's very hard to take down sometimes, especially when it gets momentum downfield.
Definitely, you see a lot of like higher level teams use that as like a short yardage situation.
So it is first down after the Watson carry.
And
they play action to him.
Go deep, and he's going to throw it over his head, and that's going to be caught by Williams there. That's going to be complete. It's going to be down at the 47-yard line, and now they're in Middle Creek territory.
Tyron Bleacher with the tackle there.
Yeah, Detrell Rivas was wide open downfield. He had beaten Kai Paxton. As Mike Brady will check back in for Highsmith. Yeah, Paxton needs to keep his head on and not get beat downfield, because if Lynch had seen Rivas downfield, I mean, I believe that was a surefire touchdown.
Yeah, no doubt.
As Jones is going to play up. And they're going to toss it to the left, and Williams is going to cut back inside. He's going to make a lot of jump cuts. He's going to make it just to about the 31-yard line.
A good tackle by Belcher coming back inside. Juwan Guzman will check in for the first time tonight for Ladre Alford. Guzman is also a senior, so there's a lot of seniors stepping up for this defensive line this year after losing so many people last year.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of those seniors were kind of the backup, as juniors last year were kind of the backups.
And he's looking deep, and Paxton's got, oh, wow. Paxton looked beat there, but Lynch just overthrew his target there.
Number 31, Detrell Rivas, the defensive captain.
Yeah.
Looking to step up on offense, too.
Yeah, Coach Harris will not be very happy with Paxton. He's only a sophomore, but he is put into a starting role here against the Griffons. And Rivas looked to make him pay, but Lynch just overthrew him right there. And that's what I said earlier. I mean, they're going to attack the young guys.
And now we got Sherrod away down on the left side in a one-on-one situation. They're going to hand it off to Watson. And he's going to get about a 7-yard gain there. He's going to be to the 25-yard line. And now we've just clipped the 7th-minute mark in the second quarter.
Yeah, Watson is going to be utilized a lot on these, first and second down plays to pick up chunks of yardage and make it more manageable in the later downs right there as they hand it off to him again on third down. Looks to be stopped short for about a 4-yard gain, and I believe it'll be 4th and 1.
A lot of what the Griffons are doing, they're trying to run the ball, take a little bit of the clock down, and I think they're just trying to get that ground and pound offense working.
Definitely. See a lot of pro teams do that successfully.
Yeah.
But then they're pretty sure right here they're probably either gonna run the ball or they're gonna go play action. As we got Sherrod Ray in one-on-one coverage on McCowan, and they're gonna go quarterback sneak, but he's not gonna find. And he's gonna be stopped short.
Did he get it is the question. I don't believe he did, so a fantastic stop by the Mustang defenses. Ladre Alford comes out of the pile with the ball. Don't know how he get it, but he is ecstatic.
So maybe it was a fumble.
Either way, Middle Creek ends up on offense, so it's okay.
That's what matters.
So it'll be first down for the Mustangs with 6:01 remaining in the first half.
Good job there by Middle Creek defense. 4th and 1 stops are always hard, especially when the offense can do a lot.
Yeah, Mustangs have played against the Griffons for the Griffons for the past 2 seasons. As Ely will hand off inside to Dre Jones, bumps off his own lineman and gets about 2 yards.
So that's going to bring up a 2nd and 8 from the from the Middle Creek 25-yard line.
Now Middle Creek will go 2 in the backfield, Harrison Ryder and Dre Jones. Ryder goes in motion. Hand off to Jones inside. Bounces to the right side. Gets about 3.
Griffons are doing a good job of shutting down the run here, and they're trying to force Middle Creek to pass the ball. And as they're going to go back to the 2-back set. Gun formation. Now they're going to have 2 receivers out right. Motions Ryder. And they're going to go run the ball again as Dre Jones is pounding his way to a first down.
Just give the rock and let him do the rest.
Yeah, that's what I love about Dre Jones. He will keep those legs moving and churning, and he'll just grind out those extra yards when you need him to, as long as, it's not 10 guys there to take him down, because I don't think any man can do that besides, Adrian Peterson. So it'll be first down for the Mustangs. Ryder goes in motion to the left side. Hand off to take to Jones. Option.
Ely's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, he had Harrison Ryder out as a pitch option.
I think the read was to Jones, maybe, but Ryder was too far outfield. He might have had to throw it and risk it getting intercepted. So the smarter play by Ely was to just take the 1-yard loss. I believe that was a smart play, and that shows improvement by Ely.
Double receiver set on both sides. This is going to be a quick out route, but it's going to be incomplete.
Too far for Harrison Ryder.
Ely was hit late by number 56, Tyrick Roberts, but no call. Throw was just a bit outside for Harrison Ryder.
And now Cavion Moore subs in. They're going to have Harrison Ryder and Jordan Mitchell to the left. You got Kyle Woodard.
You got Sean Horton.
Sean Horton out right. They're going to look to have Kyle Woodard in the slot, a little bit taller, with a shorter DB. And they're going to bring a 4-man rush, and they're going to go screen here to Jordan Mitchell. As Jordan Mitchell makes a man miss,
and he
gets
on
a
his
tackle.
feet.
He's going to cut back inside. Going to make another juke move and cut off the field, and he's going to be tackled and brought down by his jersey as he's down just before the 25-yard line.
Good job there on third down for Jordan Mitchell, just keeping his feet and putting juke moves on a couple of the Rocky Mount defenders.
And after a big play by Jordan Mitchell, they're going to sub in McKenzie out left.
Mitchell with incredible playmaking ability.
They're going to look to go to Moore here. They're going to head out to Moore. Moore's going to cut back inside. And he's going to get about a 4-yard gain.
Good job there by Moore of cutting back and going inside to get yards, because if he would have kept going outside, he would have most likely not been stopped for a loss of yards or maybe barely any gain.
Trey Jones is back in, and now Martin's going to go in for Ryder.
That is 2nd and 8 with 3:30 left in the first half. Mustangs are up 9-3, and
it looks like Woodard's going to play a small blocker here. They're going to motion in Martin. Little snap there, and they're going to go wide receiver pass, and he's going to throw it away.
Good job there.
Smart move.
Yeah, good job by Rasheed Martin of when it obviously wasn't there, but we do have a flag on the play.
I'm not sure what that's for. But just that play was not the best executed, you could say.
Yeah, we had an ineligible receiver downfield is what the call was. So that's going to back the Mustangs up, and it's going to make them repeat 2nd down.
Which is good in a sense. It'll allow the Mustangs to get off one more play, or an extra play at that, but it'll be harder to get a 1st down. So pros and cons of everything. So the trick play by Coach Ragland ended up not going as planned. But
and Mitchell subs back in, and they're gonna have 3 to the right. They're gonna have Martin in the slot. The Griffons pressing up. He was gonna go deep to Mitchell. Mitchell has his man beat, and that's gonna be picked off in the end zone.
It's gonna be a touchback.
A good play by Tavon Parker, the junior cornerback, rose up and picked off Ely's pass, not letting the Brandon Wilson play happen again. So the Griffons will take over at the 20-yard line with 3:12 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, I think that it was just a little underthrown from Ely. It's now Mustang defense back.
Yeah. I'm not so sure about the throw in a double coverage. I know Coach Ragland likes to tell the quarterback, look for this first option. So progression for Ely, maybe look through progressions and not go through it so early. But, I mean, a fantastic play by Parker to pick that pass off as the Griffons drop back.
Going to go deep as Ray was beat deep in. Wow, and that's going to be a big catch by Revis, and he's going to take it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
Sherrod Ray caught back up to him before he caught the ball, tried to rake it out, but Revis being too big and too strong for Ray and pulls that one down, scores the Griffons' first touchdown.
And that's gonna tie it up at 9, pending the extra point.
Yep. So if the Middle Creek Mustangs can block this, they can keep it tied, block it, return it, make it 11-9. They can keep the lead or keep it tied, but it looks like the Griffons will take the lead for the first time tonight.
Almost blocked there, and
the kick is no good.
It is no good.
So the score is going to remain tied at 9.
So Mustangs get a break right here as the Griffons miss the extra point. And it's missed extra points can turn the momentum of a game very quickly. So I want to see how the Mustangs will respond after the big play and then the missed extra point. And there's 3 minutes remaining in the first half. The Griffons just scored a touchdown on a big play from Revis, if you are just tuning in. And the Mustangs are looking to take the ball back and score before the half ends. Hopefully Ely can connect on some of these longer throws, because who doesn't love a big play, am I right? I want to see Jordan Mitchell light them up.
Everybody wants to see their team light it up.
And I think Ely's going to have to, when we get back out here on offense, he's going to have to work on that throw. That throw was perfect. He just a little bit underthrown there. He's going to have to look for it. He made the smart decision by going to Mitchell there, because he's that go up and get a receiver. But he just a little bit underthrown there. He kind of threw it into double coverage. He's going to have to make little bit of a smarter decision there. You're going to have to throw it a little bit better.
Yeah, he didn't have
situation.
he didn't have the most room to make that throw because he was trying to throw it in the back of the end zone. So I understand it, but maybe if they try it again with a little more room, he can give Mitchell some more time to run under it and beat Parker over top.
And for right now, the Mustangs are doing a good job of trying to move it up the field, and they're going to go squib kick here. And it's going to be covered, and they're just going to down it there at about the 28-yard line.
Good job there by number 18.
Adam Schmidt.
Yeah, Adam Schmidt. Of just covering the kick and not trying to do a lot with it.
Adam Schmidt's brother is our technical director tonight, Jason Schmidt. We're happy to have him back. So the Mustangs will take over first down with 3 minutes remaining in the first half from their own 29-yard line after a squib kick by the Griffons.
And they're going to go doubles wide here as they have Dre Jones in. 2 set, Martin and Mitchell to the left. Now they're going to go screen. He's going to go deep to Martin, and he's going to be down the field.
Yeah.
And look at him turn on the Jets for a touchdown. Rasheed Martin having his first touchdown of the year.
And there's that big throw we were talking about from Ely. He connects on that one and gave him time to run up underneath it. Just a perfect play and a great play call by Coach Randy Ragland to put the Mustangs back on top within 10 seconds of the Griffons scoring their first touchdown.
Oh, yeah.
Nice little screen, nice little wheel screen there, fake wheel.
Yeah,
Ely
was going to Martin all day long. You could just see it. He was going there all day long.
Yeah, Rasheed Martin was covered by number 4, Kevon Daniels. He's an outside linebacker, and I don't care who you are, but a linebacker's not going to cover Rasheed. So Kirkland is on for the extra point to put the Mustangs up at 16. Kicks up, and it is good. The Mustangs are up 16-3 with 2:50 remaining in the first half. I mean, way to strike back.
Yeah, interesting there that their Griffons had a linebacker covering Martin. You usually don't see linebackers cover outside receivers. Sometimes you see them cover a slot receiver, but usually not an outside receiver.
Yeah, I don't know if there was like miscommunication, if they were supposed to switch on a wheel or whatever. But, I mean, just a fantastic play call on route run by Rasheed Martin. And a perfect throw by Ely to put it right up underneath him and Rasheed to take it the distance.
Yep, big play after 2 big plays in a row. So see if Mustang defense can step up and avoid another big play or get a big play of their own.
Yeah, that's one of those anything you can do, we can do better type plays. I think that's a signature of Middle Creek, just kind of the mentality that they have. All right, you hit us, we're going to hit you back harder. Now Kirkland is on for the kick. Let's see if he can put a little more distance on him this time. For Kirkland taking over all kicking duties after Pereira last year did most of the kickoffs, and he split extra points and field goals with Reese Baror. Now both of them are in college, and the ball fell off the tee because Mother Nature wants the game to go on longer and is giving the band more time to practice. Band needs time to practice.
They don't need more time. They already did good.
Yeah. Middle Creek Marching Band just waiting to put on their halftime show as Kirkland gets the ball on the tee right. Hopefully it doesn't fall over this time, and he starts his run to kick, and it is up. It is a shorter, longer kick, but it will go out of bounds. So legal procedure on the Mustangs, and the ball will be placed in favorable Griffon position.
I believe at the 35-yard line, or where do they put it at?
35.
35, so we'll be at Rocky Mount have great starting field position.
Yeah. And now I wonder what the strategy, excuse me, it's at the 45. No.
Oh, they're gonna Rocky Mount decides to make Middle Creek re-kick it from further back than they originally kicked it.
Yeah, I guess the Griffons are confident in the playmaking ability of their 3 return men, and they want to return this kick.
Yeah, I guess where they feel like they can get better field position without accepting the penalty.
Well, they accepted it, but they backed up the Mustangs 5 yards.
I meant just taking the yards right there and starting on offense.
And now Hunter Holmes, junior wide receiver, kicker, combo player, will take this kickoff after Kirkland kicked the last one out of bounds. Did the samurai bow, tradition from Coach Kyle Dole, who is no longer with the Mustangs. And that is something that also changed for the Mustangs is a lot of the coaching staff, it's been revamped. They've been revamped, so a new coaching staff and coaching styles are in as Holmes takes his run up to kick it off. Gets a big kick down to about the 6-yard line.
Takes it, fields it at the 6-yard line.
Made a man miss, but then is swarmed by 4 Mustang kickoff players.
Yeah, that Rocky Mount gamble ended up paying off for Middle Creek, not Rocky Mount.
And it took Rivas a second to get up. You know, slow to get up, playing both sides of the ball. I'm sure it takes a toll on a star player like that.
No doubt.
So the Griffons will take over on offense with 2:41 remaining in the first half.
We'll see if the Middle Creek defense can get itself a stop here and get the offense back the ball with probably just under 2 minutes to go in the first half.
So man in motion, pitch out to the right side. Came up, missed the tackle, breaks forward for about 6 yards, given the spot. The Mustangs had him stopped dead to rights in the backfield, but tackle was missed, slipped through, and Caputo makes a stop for 6 yards for the Griffons. So a second down with 4 to go with 2:15 in the second quarter.
Yeah, Rocky Mountain's done a good job tonight of just kind of making Middle Creek miss tackles and whatever.
Yeah, it looks like the Griffons are going to make the most out of it as Washington takes it up the gut and powers through for 4 yards and gets the first down. Clock's going to stop for the chains to move. So it is going to be a Griffon first down as Chop is going to check in for Alford. Now Jackson Chop, a lot smaller in size and weight than Alford, but plays with a lot of heart and a lot of motor.
Belcher playing deep and
and Michael Brady almost.
That's going to be a fumble.
Michael Brady almost knocked that down right behind the line of scrimmage.
Jake Caputo with the fumble there.
Fantastic play by Jake Caputo to come up on that ball and strip it out of the receiver's hands soon after he caught it. But, I mean, I'm pretty happy that Michael Brady didn't tip that now.
Yeah.
So fantastic play made by the defense to give the Mustang offense the ball back with 1:42 remaining in the first half.
I'm sure he's thinking the same thing.
That's one thing that Coach Ray in this Mustang defense prides himself on is the tradition of turnovers. Lots of turnovers forced in the past years, and the tradition looks to be kept this year by this defense.
And
so now
trips right, trips left, and then we go screen, and that's almost
it's almost picked off by
house call there for the Griffons.
For Kevion Daniels.
Yeah, that diamond set, I think they figured it out. They watched some film and realized that that's most likely going to be a screen to Rasheed Martin. So maybe Coach Ragland sees that and then tries a pump fake to Martin and then sees Mitchell streak downfield because it looks like he was wide open the last play. So they got to line up, and that trips left again. One receiver to the right, Jones in the backfield. Jones motions out to that diamond formation.
He's going to drop back. He looks for a fake screen. He's going to go deep to Mitchell again, and that was a catch, but
it's going to be out of bounds. They're going to call him out of bounds.
And he did not get the feet down.
That was a fantastic effort by Mitchell. It looked like Mitchell got his foot in because in high school you only need 1 foot just like college.
But the refs saw differently, and that's whose call ultimately matters.
Yep, the line judge said his foot wasn't in, so that's what we got to go with despite our beliefs. So now the Mustangs will line up with a 2-back set, Jones and Martin as he motions. And
we're going to have a
flag on the far side.
I think it's going to be a false start on the Mustangs. Yeah, I think it's going to be a false start on Middle Creek. So that's going to back them up to the Rocky Mount about 38-yard line, I believe, 38, 37, somewhere in there. It's
Yeah.
about 37-yard line.
Gun ace again. You got 2 to the right. Looks like Hunter Holmes is playing that slot position right there. They're going to motion out Martin. And he's going to look to Martin, but now they're going to go screen. That's picked off, and that's going to look to be a house call as Ely going to try to make the stop here. He doesn't, and he's going to take it all the way to the house.
And that's going to be a big lineman touchdown by Aldavius Trevathan, the DN and tight end.
They tried to go screen there. It wasn't the best pass, but the Griffons made a great defensive play with Trevathan.
Yeah, Trevathan just kind of got up there, bounced up there, showed his bunnies, and caught it with one hand and took it to the house. And that's the one risk with screen passes. I think the Griffons have finally caught on and learned to start reading those screens for what they truly are and not just a free rush at Andrew Ely. So we will see if the Griffons will convert on this point after, as they missed the last one. Kick is up.
And he misses once again.
Once
again they missed it. Now
he missed
big.
it wide left.
It's huge. That's 2 points left on the board for Rocky Mount.
Yep, that could result in them having lead at the end of the first half. But alas, they are still down 1 point.
We still got a minute 20 to play to see what Middle Creek can get a score before the end of the half to take a lead into the locker room, take a bigger lead into the locker room than they have right now.
Yeah, the kicking debut for Sailor Newton started off well and is kind of a little downhill, so hopefully for him he can pick it up if the Griffons get down in that position again. Started off with a field goal and missed the last 2 extra points.
Yeah, place kicker is kind of one of those positions where it seems so simple, but at the same time, one bad play just keeps affecting you.
Yeah, it's really about being in your head, and that's one thing that I know Trevor does well for the Mustangs. He keeps himself calm and doesn't let all the pressure and all of that amount of everything get all up in his head. And the Griffons will be kicking off to the Mustangs after a pick 6 from Alondis Trevathan. If you are just tuning in, score is 15-16. Mustangs on top with a minute 20 remaining in the first half. And Newton will kick off for the Griffons with Mitchell and Wilson back deep to return. A short kick that may go out of bounds. Nope. Wilson will pick it up and try to run around.
And he is taken down by number 7, Marquez Pittman.
So Wilson picks it up and is tackled by Battle on a fantastic play made on the kickoff team, which will put the Mustangs in not so favorable field position on their own 10, 11-yard line.
Yeah, about minute 16 to go, about almost the length of the field, minus 11 yards.
And then this is where you want to run that wheel play that Rashid took to the house earlier. But a run to Calvion Moore. He's taken on 4 Griffon defenders and gets about a yard to run the clock.
Middle Creek doesn't look to be in any hurry, so they might just kind of let the clock run out, try to run the clock down to halftime.
I believe that's just the plan, just go into halftime and reset everything, because the end of the half just didn't go the way they wanted to. They got the ball back off a turnover, and then Griffons took the screen to the house. So Coach Ragland and Coach Ray will get their boys back in the locker room at halftime and, get them back on track.
Rocky Mount will get the ball to start the second half.
Ely quarterback draw.
Quarterback draw here.
Gets popped. It looks to be third down. And that's one play, the quarterback draw, that Dominique Schaffner excelled in last year. He took a lot of those for touchdowns as well as scrambles. And I think Ragland still has that in his playbook from last year, but I'm not sure Ely has the same running ability that Dominique does. And it looks like the Mustangs will take it into halftime up 1. So with about 3 seconds remaining in the first half, the Mustangs will end the first half 16-15 up 1 against the Rocky Mount Griffons. We will be right back with the Sports Walk.
Stampede Club would like to thank all of our corporate sponsors for supporting the Middle Creek High School student athletes. The Stampede Club has invited one of our thoroughbred sponsors to be with us tonight to recognize their contributions to the Middle Creek High School student athletes. Hendrick Carey Auto Mall proudly sponsors your Middle Creek Mustangs, the Triangle's largest inventory of new Chevrolet, Dodge, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Kia, Fiat, and over 5,000 pre-owned vehicles. Check out their inventory online at www.careyautomall.com. The Stampede Club would also like to thank our thoroughbred sponsor, Pierce Group Benefits, for supporting the Middle Creek Mustangs. Pierce Group has a group of dedicated and knowledgeable professionals and a management team that has over 100 years of combined industry experience. A healthy, attractive smile is an important part of our lives, regardless of your age. It impacts your self-esteem and confidence, as well as your personal, social, and professional relationships. Dr. Jason Gladwell and his team are passionate about going the extra mile before, during, and after your treatment. It is this attention to service and clinical excellence that will exceed all of your expectations. Gladwell Orthodontics strives to set the standard in quality orthodontic care and offer this to you in a comfortable environment unlike any other. Gladwell Orthodontics offers a range of products which includes traditional braces and Invisalign clear aligners. You are our number one priority. Smile more with Gladwell Orthodontics.
Drum major, is your band ready? You may take the field for performance.
A healthy, attractive smile is an important part of our lives, regardless of your age. It impacts your self-esteem and confidence, as well as your personal, social, and professional relationships. Dr. Jason Gladwell and his team are passionate about going the extra mile before, during, and after your treatment. It is this attention to service and clinical excellence that will exceed all of your expectations. Gladwell Orthodontics strives to set the standard in quality orthodontic care and offer this to you in a comfortable environment unlike any other. Gladwell Orthodontics offers a range of products, which includes traditional braces and Invisalign clear aligners. You are our #1 priority. Smile more with Gladwell Orthodontics.
Gentlemen, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the second half of Mustang football against the Rocky Mount Griffons. The kick is away, and the Griffons are returning it to about the 20-yard line, going upfield, and ball comes out, picked up. Scoop and score for the Mustangs off the kickoff, and a flag is thrown.
Oh, they're calling it. I think they're going to call him down.
What in the world is going on? I believe the flag is on Coach Ragland because he was out past the numbers. He was absolutely furious. I believe the referees blew the play dead before the ball came out. And if you were here right now, you could definitely tell that it is not a favorable call in this stadium right now because, I mean, from our point of view, it looked like
it was out.
Yeah, he looked like he was trying to fight off a tackle, and he got rocked and the ball came out. I know it was a perfect scoop and score play, but I believe the line judge on the Griffon side blew the play dead, and Coach Ragland was assessed a 15-yard unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So that is a massive turn of events. Mustangs take it from going up by, 8 points to now giving the Griffons the ball at the 36-yard line is just, that is a very unfortunate turn of events for the Mustangs.
Yeah, and the Rocky Mount players were going after him too. They thought it was a fumble too. But you know what? Can't do anything about it now.
Yeah. Hopefully that is not an excuse for somebody later on in the game. But I think this Mustang team can bounce back from that.
Easily.
It's not too much momentum. And I think this defense is going to come out with a vengeance and say, we earned that touchdown. Give us our points on the board. And I certainly know that's the offense's mindset is they feel like they were robbed of a touchdown right there. So this defense is going to come out, smash mouth, as well as this offense. They like to run the ball up the gut and just pound and pound and pound and wind the clock and run up the score.
I think the defense surprised me of how well they played, and the offense didn't.
So now a counter play, taken. Ladre Alford gets to him and hangs on to him for his teammates to come in and make the tackle. Preveno was still, limping on that leg, so I believe the athletic trainer, Miss Smith, will likely sit him out the rest of the game because he took a nasty spill earlier and he's just banged up. So Sherrod Ray will check in, and Tyron Belcher will now move to safety. The passing play action.
He's going deep. Is this going to be a tight spiral? It's going to be dropped.
And it looked like he had it at first, too, and he just couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah.
That was
that's a big
Darnell
break.
Jones and Tyron Belcher down there on the play.
That's a big break for the Mustangs and an unlucky break for Rocky Mount.
Yeah, long throw and a little underthrown by Lynch. His receiver was way deep and got back behind all three Mustang defenders. But fortunately enough for the Mustangs, the pass was dropped, and it will result in 3rd and 9 instead of a long first down.
Yeah, I think in the first half, the defense played pretty well. I think with an exception of a few big plays, for the most part, the defense played pretty well, and I think the offense did a decent job. I think they could have a couple little things they could fix easily, but we're going to have it looks like
probably a false start on the Griffons. Or a timeout, excuse me. So a timeout for the Griffons as they're trying to figure out what they're going to do with this 3rd and 9. I'm not really sure how you can go from having a big first down.
Welcome back to the Sports Block. After a quick timeout by Rocky Mount, we are back with 11:09 left in the third quarter. Middle Creek leading 16-15. Rocky Mount has a 3rd and 9 from its own 31-yard line. 36-yard line, correction.
And if you're just joining us after that break, Rocky Mount had a long pass on 2nd down, which would have resulted in a 1st down at about the Middle Creek's 30-yard line. But the receiver dropped it, and it resulted in a 3rd and 9, which we are currently at now. And Rocky Mount is lining up in an unusual formation. They're lining up in a more spread formation. 3 trips left with running back to the right.
Yeah, this looks like more like a Middle Creek formation than it does Rocky Mount.
And it looks like the Middle Creek defense are going to go Pittsburgh here, where the safety is going to be down, looking to be playing as a DB here. They're going to go deep, and that's going to be overthrown with Lynch. Overthrown Williams there.
Yeah, number 27, J.J. Tolentino got to it. Kind of put pressure on the quarterback, which I think kind of affected the throw a little bit, but still good coverage in the secondary.
Yeah, J.J. looked like he came untouched out of that outside linebacker position. So that probably rushed the throw just a little bit. And now we have a 4th down for the Griffons with Horton back to receive the kick.
Oh, and they almost got to it again.
Horton calling for a fair catch and will get spotted at the 31-yard line. So decent field position for the Mustangs. Pretty average, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see what this Mustangs offense can do if they come out with a vengeance after getting that touchdown taken away that they feel they should have earned.
Yeah, I feel like the defense kind of took that to heart and forced the free and out. They didn't necessarily get a turnover, but they forced the free and out, which obviously gave the ball back to the offense with no harm done on the scoreboard. So now it's the offense's turn to see some momentum.
And they're going to go gun doubles here, and that's going to be a quick out route to Harrison Ryder, but he drops it there. Pass looked good from Ely, just dropped by Harrison Ryder as that was intended for him.
So that's going to bring up 2nd and 10 from Middle Creek's 32-yard line.
And Ryder is one of Ely's favorite targets, is one of his best friends, and you know, unfortunately they couldn't connect right there, but that is a slight connection that, you know, Mustang fans can look forward to all season.
Yeah, it's one of those things you kind of will see all season.
They're going to go a little wide doubles on the right. They're going to bring a 4-man rush here as Dre Jones is going to be blown up behind the line of scrimmage, and Ely tried to push his running back forward there, but he's going to be dropped for a loss of about 4.
Now Jones, even though he was wrapped up, kind of delivered a boom to a Griffon defender who came in late. So whenever he gets the chance, Jones looks like he's going to deliver blows this season.
And they're going to go more of a, they're going to go 3-4 here. They're going to drop back a little bit. And Ely's going to step up. He's going to find his target, and that's Jordan Mitchell.
And he's going to get the
It's going to be a first down.
Good job there by Ely of scrambling and finding his target over the Jordan Mitchell, middle of the field, wide open.
And that's what we're going to have to look forward to all season, is that Andrew Ely looking to make plays with his feet.
Dominique-esque.
Especially Jordan Mitchell. Now as
go
Jones
middle.
takes it up the middle, he's going to get 4 yards. And that's one thing that excites me about Jordan Mitchell is not only his extreme jumping and catching abilities, but the plays he can make with his feet after he catches the ball. So it is going to be 2nd and 6 now for the Mustangs after a good 4-yard run by Dre Jones.
They're going to stick with the gun doubles here, and it's going to Ely's going to look to drop back. Dre Jones in there to block. He's going to go deep again for Mitchell, but that's going to be a little overthrown as the DB played his part and was staying in front of Mitchell there.
Yeah, Mitchell pushed him down at the end of the play, but no flag called, so fortunate for Middle Creek.
Yeah, Tavon Parker doing a good job shielding Mitchell out of bounds. So even if the ball was placed correctly, there was no way Mitchell was going to catch it because he was going to catch it out of bounds. So now
so far, the Griffons have been playing very good defense here, especially. They're going to give the receivers a little bit of space here. Got Ryder in the slot. Of course, the corner's going to give him a little bit of space there. They'll go play off about 3 or 4 yards. He's going to drop back here. 3rd and 6. He's going to look for screen against Jordan Mitchell. and he's going to be pulled forward for a first down.
Yep. So far, I like that. Aside from Ely's 2 picks, he hasn't really put the ball in a position to be intercepted. He's kind of done a good job of kind of putting it where if anybody's going to get it, it's his receiver's going to get it, which I think will benefit him as the season goes on and he gets more comfortable in this starting role.
Yeah, and of course, get the ball to Jordan Mitchell, and he's going to make a play for you. But now Ely's back, fakes the run, another screen play to Mitchell.
Screen again, and Mitchell's going to cut back inside. He's going to cut all the way to the right side of the field. And he's going to take, and he's going to try to juke inside, and he's going to be able to get there. Going to get past the 30-yard line inside. He's going to be inside the 30-yard line as he gets the first down.
Yeah, fantastic blocking downfield by the Middle Creek offensive line.
Yeah, good blocking all up and down, not just by the offensive line, by the receivers, by everybody.
And as Ryder and Mitchell come out, McKenzie and Martin inside. And it looks like the coverage looks to be broken down as Revis looked to have been broken, and Ely's just going to try to get back to a lot of scrimmage there as the play looked to be broken.
Looks like he got about a yard, it looks like.
Yeah, I think the read might have been to Jones, and, that just wasn't the triple option play that they were looking for. But Coach Ragland really seems to want to keep that read option in there.
And the slot corner's going to play a little bit off.
So a flag on the field. Jerry Jones is visibly upset at his offensive lineman as it is going to be a false start penalty. As a player on an offense, it's really got to be disheartening when your offensive line gets, pre-snap penalties. You don't even get to run your play, especially when they know the snap count. But it will be 2nd and 15, 14. Doubles.
He's going to drop back. He's going to look for Martin, and he's got him wide open. And Martin's going to make a nice move, and he's going to get down close to the 15-yard line as they're moving closer and closer in the red zone.
Rasheed Martin getting wide open there, and Ely making a good step throw. And just a good first down play for the Mustangs.
They're going to probably look to run here as the Griffons going to bring the pressure. As there's a bobble snap. Ely rolls out. He's going to just throw it away, as that was a smart play to do.
Yeah.
Just a bit outside. So now it'll be 2nd down, 2nd and 10 from the 15-yard line.
You could definitely see Ely's arm strength there as he was able to get it past the line of scrimmage as he was falling back so that it wouldn't be intentional grounding.
I mean, he threw it out to the track.
Yeah, and past the original line of scrimmage. So obviously, as we mentioned earlier, he has the arm, and you saw it right there. He does have the arm to make all the throws.
Even if it's a throwaway.
2nd and 10. Ely's going to look to the back part of the end zone, and he just overthrows his receiver.
And a wide open Rasheed Martin, but Ely just could not hit him through it a little too far, a little too high, and it will be 3rd and 10 from the 15-yard line. And I think if the Mustangs don't convert on touchdown here, I think Trevor Kirkland will put this one through the uprights and give the Mustangs a 4-point lead.
Hopefully that's not an announcer's curse.
So it looks like it is a timeout by the Rocky Mount Griffons. So the score is 16-15 with 7:52 remaining in the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the 3rd quarter of this Mustangs versus Griffons football game. The score is 16-15 with 7:52 remaining in the 3rd quarter. You are just joining us. Middle Creek is on top, with the ball at their own 15-yard line with a 3rd and 10 to go. Ely is dropping back in the shotgun. Looks to the left side, finds Martin, or looks for Martin, but throws it wide left.
Yeah, looks like the Yep, Kirkland's going to come on to attempt the field goal.
Kirkland coming in for the field goal.
And this will be Kirkland's first attempt at a field goal on the season. He was very consistent. Not always he doesn't have the biggest leg, but is very accurate. So
it's going to be about a 31-yard field goal.
Yeah, this looks like a perfect kick for him. So 32-yard field goal for Kirkland. Snap. The kick is up.
And I think it's a little to the left.
And boom goes the dynamite.
Boom. Called it, Daniel.
So 19-15, Mustangs are on top with 7:52 remaining in the 3rd quarter. And we have an injured Griffon on the field.
So we'll be right back with the sports block.
Hey, if it rains later, bring out your shampoo.
White shirt.
My vehicle does.
Can you beatbox? Can you beatbox?
Maybe.
Maybe. No, that's when you come back and say, you need better taste in music. It's like, all right, bring us back. I'll bring us in. Yeah. You gotta click the 1. So welcome back after that brief injury timeout. The injured Griffon on the field is up and okay. It seems he was just shaken up after that field goal attempt. So the Mustangs will be on to kick off now with the score 19-15 with 7:52 remaining in the 3rd quarter. If you are just joining us, on that last drive, Ely had a couple wide open receivers, but he just missed.
Yeah, I think his accuracy could improve a little bit, but I think that would get better as the year goes on.
Yeah, we know he has the arm strength to make all the throws, and we just want to see him reel it in a little bit and, complete some of these wide open passes that he has.
Yeah, I think the first game's kind of always like, I think you'll see a drastic improvement next week. Just think the first game's kind of always really what you see, what has paid off and what hasn't.
Yeah.
Griffons are going to go 3 deep here with the receiving, and that's going to go out of bounds.
So Kirkland with 2 kickoffs out of bounds tonight. That is just not what he wants, and definitely is not what the Middle Creek special teams coaching staff wants. So the Griffons will be taking the ball instead of making the Mustangs re-kick.
Oh, I don't. Looks like it. Yeah, this Kirkland went out to grab his tee.
Yeah. So the Griffons are just going to accept the penalty and not make the Mustangs re-kick. They're just going to take the ball at the 35-yard line on the right hash. So Kirkland with 2 kicks out of bounds tonight is, that's something he's got to improve on during the week. Now the Griffons coming out with twins to the left with a wing to the right and the lone back in the backfield with the tight end to the right. Hands off inside of the right, and that is number 17. Lawrence.
Will run by number 17,
Carry.
Lawrence.
And Darnell Jones is in there on that tackle there.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be about a gain of 5 to bring up 2nd and 5 from Rocky Mount's 40-yard line, and they need to get to the 45 for a first down.
Yeah. Charlie Williams III, the senior running back for Rocky Mount, has not done too much tonight. I don't know if he's hurt on the sideline or not, but
Maybe just other guys have outperformed him so far in practice.
yep, so 2 tight ends to the right.
There's
Snap
a
is
bot
fumbled.
snapped.
And it's going to, Rocky Mount's going to recover, but they're going to lose. They're going to lose about a year. No, looks like they somehow gained a yard.
They're just going to stay right about where they were, or even getting a yard on the effort by Lynch. But after that first 1-yard effort, Joey Maya Paul drove him into the dirt.
Yep,
Guzman
Joey Meyer
subbing
over the place.
Subbing in for Alfred there. And they're going to go back into Pittsburgh, and they're going to hand it off once again. And they're going to try to go wide, and that's just blowing up by Tyron Belcher.
And second straight 3 and out to start the second half for Middle Creek's defense.
And Tyron Belcher doing a great job coming down from that strong safety spot and wrapping him up for a loss to cause 4th down and 6. And we have Rasheed Martin back to receive the kick. You know, and Middle Creek's been very close to blocking a couple kicks tonight, and I think it'd be really something if we saw him block one right now.
Yep.
That's always something Middle Creek wants to pride themselves on, is not only turnovers on defense, but on special teams as well.
Special teams can play a big role in the game.
So snap is up, kick is not blocked. It is short, wobbly. Rasheed has not called for a fair catch, but will let it get down by the Griffons. That is Williams downing that. So Mustangs will take over at their own 20-yard line, a little to the right side of the field.
Good job there by Martin of not grabbing it and trying to make a play with it, just letting it die and not make a bad play.
Yeah, he did that a couple times last year and made some fantastic plays, but right there with Rivas, the defensive captain, the stud senior, I think that was a smart decision not to pick it up and just let the offense take over at the 20-yard line. So Ely brings his offense back onto the field for the 1st and 10 at their own 20 with trips left. He takes a snap, hands off. Jones inside zone right. He breaks the tackle. Shaking off and keeps his legs turning for a
good yard.
19-yard gain.
Good job. Middle Creek looks to go hurry up.
That's going to be another Middle Creek.
And that's the one thing Coach Reagan likes to push in practice is pace, pace, pace. Wants everybody to keep it going and not slow down. So Schmidt and Holmes are the 2 slot receivers on the left side with Mitchell out wide and Wilson to the right.
And Ely's going to go deep here, and it's going to be
caught.
That is 2 big plays for Brandon Wilson. He's really showing out in his return.
Yeah, Ely put it right there where it's supposed to be, and Brandon Wilson did a great job making the catch. As they're going to go doubles. They're going to go gun doubles here. Going to add Drake Jones to the right of Ely. And we got one-on-one coverage on each side, and Ely's going to drop back. He's going to look. He's going to step up. He's going to take it. He's going to make a nice move, and he's going to be close to a first down. He's going to get about a 6-yard gain there.
Yeah, nice jab step to the left from Ely. Make that defender miss, and then drag one defender forward for another 2 yards to give it 2nd and 4.
Yeah, Ely might not have the running ability of Dominique, but give him an open field and you can make a man miss.
And we saw him deliver a blow against a Fuquay defender last year. Just drove him right into the dirt as he's got another flag thrown. I'm not sure.
There's going to be a false start on the offense.
Coach Calabria is not going to be very happy with his offensive linemen after several false start penalties tonight. But those are just mental mistakes, and I think if this offensive line can get these down and all these receivers can get them, cut down, then practice won't be so bad on Monday.
Yeah.
Now it was 2nd down and 9 after the penalty took Ely's run to only being worth a yard, essentially.
We got Adam Schmidt here in the slot. Going to fake it to Jones. They're going to go screen to Mitchell, and Mitchell's going to get hit.
We're going to have a flag thrown.
And a little jawing after the play with Mitchell. As another flag is thrown.
Yeah, we'll see. We're going to have a... We're going to have a...
So I'm not really sure what this penalty is for. Maybe it's for the defender just trying to go at Mitchell's knees or something like that.
An eligible man downfield, and they're going to decline that, so it's going to be third down.
Penalty is declined.
So the penalty was declined, and it only resulted in 0 yards gained for the Mustangs.
Rocky Mount chose to not give Middle Creek another down. So they're going to move it up to the 25.
They're going to bring it to the left hash here. They're going to go doubles again. And the Griffons defense, they're going to have 4 up front. They're going to have 2 linebackers drop back, and they got the nickel corner, nickel DB. He's going to roll out. He's going to look, and he's going to have to do something, but he's going to step out of bounds.
So that's going to – it looks like he's going to lose 3 yards on that play. So that's going to have – so kind of I think this is out of Kirkland's range, but not in range you're going to punt. So it looks like
it's kind of that no man's land.
Yeah, kind of go for it.
We got a 4th and 9 here. Dre Jones lined up left of Ely, right here on the left hash, and they're trying to go hard count here.
Yeah, I think they're trying to draw them off sides, and so they can get into Kirkland's range.
And almost got one here, and they're going to try to jump again. There's only got one on the.
So Mustangs will take a timeout before getting the delay game penalty. The score is 19-15 with 3:37 remaining in the third quarter. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. Welcome back to the Sports Block broadcast. Middle Creek versus Rocky Mount. The score is 19-15 with 3:37 remaining in the third quarter. If you are just joining us, the Middle Creek Mustangs have a 4th and 9.
And they're going to try to bring the blitz here, and Ely's going to drop back, and they're going to blow the play dead as there's another flag.
Or some miscommunication of some sort.
A false start.
False start on looks like Rasheed Martin.
Will be on the Mustangs.
So, no, it is encroachment
on Rocky Mount, so that's going to be a 5-yard.
The penalty is on Rocky Mount.
So that is a very blessing 5 yards for the Mustangs.
No doubt.
So Mustangs finally catch a break in the penalty department. And Ely will have, in the ace formation, Dre Jones to his left in the gun, dropping back. And is just out of the reach of Jordan Mitchell, out of bounds. So it'll be a turnover on downs.
Ely took a shot after that play by number 56, Tyreek Roberts.
Yeah, I'm very impressed by the way this Middle Creek offensive line has been performing tonight. I wasn't so sure how they'd be holding up, with losing, Lewis Smith, the left tackle, Zach Keck, the right tackle, and Bobby Marchewski, the right guard, last season, but they've held up pretty well so far, and Ely has done a good job when he has pressure to move his feet. Now the Griffons will take over.
And we got Martin in a one-on-one situation, and they're gonna go at the gut here. It's gonna be Watson with the carry. He's gonna get about a gain of 4 there, get close to the 30-yard line. The 25, correction.
Looks like they're going to spot it right at the 25.
So Griffons now with a 2nd and 6 on the 25-yard line. Middle Creek really loading up the box, protecting against the run.
And they're continuing to, stick in this formation to make sure they stop the run. They're going to go to the they're going to play fake, and he's going to go deep.
There's a man wide open, but
Rasheed Martin left him wide open down there, but it was overthrown. As that pass was intended for Rivas.
That was fortunate for Middle Creek there, as that would have been a sure touchdown.
Yeah, Rivas has that deep ball speed and the break speed, when he's on defense, and he is showing that now, and he's beaten Middle Creek defenders multiple times tonight, but thankfully for the Mustangs, Lynch has only connected with him on the deep ball once, and it was for a touchdown. So we know how lethal that Rivas-Lynch connection can be.
This chop is entered in for Alford. They're going to drop back, and he's going to go deep one more time, but it's going to be overthrown as Lynch really hasn't been able to get that deep ball working for him tonight.
Yeah, the intended receiver there was Battle, so another 3 and out for the Middle Creek defense. Coach Harris is fired up.
He's probably not too happy with his defensive backs letting, Rivas get open deep multiple times as Rasheed will come off and Jordan Mitchell will return this kick. I wonder if the Mustangs are not trying to pressure as much on the punts this year as we have in the past. But they've been close a couple times as this is low.
Oh, and they almost got it.
Very nearly kicked. Almost hits number 12, Darnell Jones. But I do not believe it did, so it will be Mustang ball. As Andrew Ely will take his offense back onto the field to try and extend the lead to 26 points. Well, scored 26 points. They're not up 26. So with 2:43 remaining, the Mustangs are up 4.
Now we're going to see McKenzie and going to start this drive at receiver instead of Mitchell. We got Wilson and we got Woodard in the slot. And the DBs are going to play off a little bit. Nickel corners going to press up on the slot receivers. They're going to hand it off to Dre Jones here. He's going to take it up the gut, and he's going to get about a 4-yard gain.
Jones has been very consistent getting these, 4 or 5 yards. He's been swallowed up for, very short gains a couple times, but then he's broken out with about 15 yards. So I think he's averaging about 4 yards, 3 yards a carry, 3.5 maybe. So it's a good night for Dre. Unfortunately, he hasn't got in the end zone, which he wants to, but he will get the Mustangs 2nd and 7.
Gun doubles again. He's going to drop back. He had his halfback in the flats, but it was a little overthrown. Intended for Dre Jones.
Dre Jones has good hands for a running back. He's not, the running back you would think would get the pass thrown to him a lot, but when he gets it, he can be lethal run after the catch. So we'll see if he can get that going if he's thrown to again. Now Ely in the gun with doubles each side.
And he's going to drop back in. Now he has him in the flat, and Dre Jones is going to find his way for a first down. It's going to be down to just about the 41-yard line.
And Dre Jones kind of checked to make sure he had nobody coming on his backside, and then he took off, getting a good burst and getting that first down that the Mustangs needed right there, converting on 3rd down. Now
Cavion Moore subbing in for Jones. And they're going to look to try to go the little short routes just to get some yards.
And this is the play where Calvion either catches it in the flats or usually will run a zone up between the guard and the center.
He's going to drop back, and he's going to go deep, and he's got Jordan Mitchell, and he just overthrows his receiver.
And Mitchell maybe cramping up towards the end of that play.
Looks like Jordan Mitchell, he might be hurt there.
That is not good. He seems to be in a lot of pain. So the score is 19-15 with 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. We'll be right back with the Sports Block.
I told Adam already, but when this quarter ends, don't take it to break. He's going to toss it to Abby.
Okay, sounds good.
Take it. That'll make the scoreboard in the middle disappear. And then wait for him to tell you when they're going to hit you.
Why is he doing that?
Yeah. You'll queue up.
So is he going to explain the training already?
He'll tell you what to take. You're going to have 3 to do. You're going to have 3 in a row. You're going to have Hendrick, then you're going to have Pierce, then you're going to have Selma.
And they're in
run the
order.
clock,
Hendrick,
too.
Pierce, Southwest.
Correct.
And they had to run the clock.
Line shot in between or click? No. You just click on it. Take it. On the next one, take it.
Real nice hand. Number 21, Jordan Mitchell.
Yeah, but we're ready for you.
Yes, correct.
And
And then at the end, when you're done with this, it'll go in the blank shot.
then go back to main.
Go back to mains and then done.
Done.
Yes.
What's George saying?
All right, let's bring it back. Let's bring it back. You ready? Bring it back, bring it back.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the third quarter of the Mustangs Griffons football game. The player for the Griffon defense almost went offside there, but the flag was not thrown. That is 2nd and 10. Mustangs are up 19-15 with a minute 40 remaining in the third quarter of play.
The Griffons are looking to load the box there as Cavion Moore looked to have broken a couple tackles, and he got about a 4-yard gain there.
Just couldn't get his feet loose.
Yeah, Calvion doing a good job juking and jiving his way to about a 4-yard gain. So it is 3rd and 6 on the Griffon 40-yard line. This is kind of in the territory where if you get 5 more yards, don't get a first down, do you punt it or do you go for it? Hopefully, Middle Creek offense can get the first down.
He's going to drop back. He was looking for his running back, and he's going to take it off. He's going to be just short of the first down.
Takes a low hit.
Yeah, gets chopped low out of bounds by the Griffon defender,
Knocked out by
but
number
will
2.
be short of the first down, marked at the 35-yard line. Like I said, this is kind of the no-man's area. He got about 4 yards. So it looks like the Mustang offense will stay on the field.
And I'm pretty sure the Griffons are going to load the box here just in case the Mustangs decide to go for a run. But we got McKenzie in to the far left. And the nigga DB, and there's a jump off sides.
And that's exactly what the Mustangs
hard
try to
count.
do in those short yardage situations, try to draw them off sides. And for the
Yeah.
first time tonight, they get the Griffons. Number 5, Rodell Bridges, jumped off sides and gave him a free first down.
Yeah, Ely had been close on the hard count all night, so it was kind of he was going to get one eventually.
So it looks like Jordan Mitchell just had a cramp. He went down earlier if you joined us after the injury timeout, but he looks like he's all watered up, stretched out, and he's ready to get back in action.
There we go. And there's Dre Jones. He's going to take it up the middle. He's going to keep going as the pile keeps pushing. He's going past the 20-yard line. Now they're in the red zone. And now Jordan Mitchell's going to make his quick return.
Dre Jones showing the extreme power that he has when he runs the ball. I mean, he dragged, what, 6 guys with him?
Yeah.
And carried
Huge pile.
Carried him on for a first down. I mean, beast mode Jones over here.
Yeah. I'm sure he'd like that comparison.
So 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line. Mustangs poised to score towards the end of the third quarter.
He's going to drop back here. He's going to hand it off to Jones again, and they're going to tackle him head up there, but he's going to probably get back to the line of scrimmage, maybe 1 yard.
So with 20 seconds remaining, I think the Mustangs are just going to let the clock run out for the end of the third quarter. I mean, I like the stuff Dre Jones has been doing. I know he hasn't gotten in the box, but he's been very solid for the Mustangs tonight.
Looks like Middle Creek's going to try to run one play.
And they get it off. He's going to pump fake, and Ely's going to
just throw it out of bounds.
Away.
So at the end of the third quarter, Middle Creek leads 19-15, and we're going to toss it over to Abby to tell you about some of our sponsors.
The Middle Creek Stampede Club would like to thank all of our corporate sponsors for supporting the Middle Creek High School student athletes. The Stampede Club has invited one of our thoroughbred sponsors to be with us tonight to recognize their contributions to the Middle Creek High School student athletes. Hendrick Carey Auto Mall proudly sponsors your Middle Creek Mustangs. The Triangle's largest inventory of new Chevrolet, Dodge, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Kia, Fiat, and over 5,000 pre-owned vehicles. Check out their inventory online at www.carryauto.mall, conveniently located throughout the Triangle. The Stampede Club would also like to thank our thoroughbred sponsor, Pierce Group Benefits, for supporting the Middle Creek Mustangs. Pierce Group has a group of dedicated and knowledgeable professionals and a management team that has over 100 years of combined industry experience. The Sports Block would like to thank tonight's stallion sponsor of the game, South Wake Oral Surgery and Dental Implants Group, for sponsoring our Middle Creek Mustang athletes. Dr. Mahar and his staff implants are changing the way that people live. For more information about dental implants or to schedule a consultation appointment, call our office at 919-567-3293. Back to you, Adam.
All right, we're back at the start of the fourth quarter with Middle Creek threatening in the red zone. I think they're going to be at the Rocky Mount 30-yard line.
So the Mustangs will take over at the Rocky Mount, or just inside the Rocky Mount 20-yard line. It's about 3rd and 11. And Dre Jones on this drive has done a phenomenal job getting the Mustangs where they are in field goal position, if nothing else. At the start of the fourth quarter, the score is 19-15. If you are just joining us,
they're going to try to load the box here at the Griffons, and they're going to look. He's going to drop, and he's got a wide open receiver, and that's picked off.
Ely just kind of floated that one up there.
It's behind the quarterbacks. It may be a rough in the pass or a late hit.
And that would be huge.
Oh, it's holding against Middle Creek, so that's going to be declined. And Rocky Mount's going to take over at their own 20-yard line.
I think that's where Ely just needs to show that arm strength and kind of bullet that thing in there. He floated it up and gave the Griffon safety a chance to get up over top and pick that pass off. And that's huge because Ely has thrown 3 picks tonight, 2 of which have been in the red zone on goal line fades to try and score.
Mm-hmm. And say you don't throw those picks and you score and you get, just say, a field goal on both those, that's still 6 more points.
Yep.
And the potential for 14 more points.
So
but can't do anything about it now.
Rocky Mount will take over at the 20-yard line after that pick resulted in a touchback. I'm sure he would have liked to run that back, but, stay in the end zone for safety. And he fell on the ground after he caught it anyway. The Griffons will load up with a wing, man in motion.
And they're going to go wide out. And Caputo. What a great tackle there.
Caputo with a fantastic tackle behind the line, throwing the defender, but losing his helmet in the process, so he will have to come out of play. And Rasheed Martin will come in at corner and put Tyron Belcher at safety.
And Belcher is one of the more dynamic corners on the team. Coming in, he can play DB, he can play safety. They can use him in many ways, just like a lot of these other corners on the team.
The Griffons will line up in the wing T.
They'll bring them up, and they're going to try to go up the gut here. And, wow, they actually – nice fake. And
there's a flag on the outside.
It might be called for holding in.
And Michael Brady is getting up after hitting the fake man and was kind of limping, so we'll see if he gets taken off. But Jake Caputo's back on the field, and Darnell is coming out.
And it was on Rocky Mount.
So after a Rocky Mount penalty.
So that's going to push Rocky Mount back to, looks like, just inside their 10-yard line, about the 9-8. So it's going to be second and so Rocky Mount on their own 9 is going to bring up 2nd and 16.
So the good run was negated by a penalty. And the Griffons will now have a long second down to try and pick up some yardage to possibly convert a 3rd down. So the clock is running with just over 11 minutes remaining.
They're going to try to go deep here. And now Lynch is going to take off. And Joey Maya making a great tackle there.
Maya's been all over the place tonight.
And gets about a 6-yard gain there. Getting close back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Maya doing a good job not biting on that jab step to the left by Lynch on a little juke move. And Lynch reached for every yard that he got, but he's still 5 yards out of even the original line of scrimmage.
And you think they're going to have to drop back and pass once again. And then this formation that the Mustangs are in, they're going to try to bring some pressure, and they're going to roll out as Lynch. He's looking for his receiver deep, and it's looking, and it's going to be caught.
Wow.
As Martin looked to have had an ankle at it to get an interception, but he overplayed it, and the receiver made a great catch, and that was number 2.
Shaheem Battle. Coach Harris has got to be losing his mind right now.
Yeah, Shaheem 6'2", and a long receiver can get up there and reach for those, passes that might be over somebody's head, like Rashid. Rashid thought it was overthrown, and Battle went up and snagged it, and Rocky Mount got a first down. So with the ball now at the Mustang 50-yard line. Mustangs have a defender line up off sides, but the flag was not thrown. Up the gut and stuff for a 3-yard gain.
Looks about, that's what it is.
Mustangs got lucky on that one because one of the defensive linemen was lined up off sides.
57, Jamonte Richardson.
So it's going to be about 2nd and 7. So it's going to be 2nd and 7 from the Middle Creek 47-yard line. Yeah, 47-yard line.
More of a spread look now. Twins to the left with a wingback and a fullback in the backfield. Turn and dive.
Off, but that's blown up by Chop in the backfield.
It's a great job of getting there, and it's blown it up for a loss of 5.
Jackson Chop showing speed, getting through the line, blowing that play up.
Looks like it's going to be a loss of 4.
And Allie Good just came in for Jamari Highsmith. So 3rd and 9 for the Griffons. After Chop blew that play up for a loss of 2. And hopefully the Middle Creek defensive backs will not let Rivas get behind them this time, as he's lined up out left with a wing.
They're gonna bring the pressure from the edge, and he's gonna go deep, and
he's gonna be knocked down. He's gonna trip.
And there's gonna be no flag thrown on the play.
Yeah,
it's Sherrod Ray making a great play there.
I think that was the right play, as they kind of just got tangled up in each other's legs. No pushing or intentional anything there. Just kind of got tangled up with each other.
Yeah, Sherrod knew that the deep shot was coming to him when he saw Rivas get on the field. Rivas is obviously one of the fastest players on the Rocky Mount team, and if not the fastest player on both teams.
Now there's a flag thrown.
And it's thrown by Rocky Mount sideline, so this might be a sideline warning.
Yeah, sideline warning was given to the Rocky Mount Griffons.
I think they're still upset about what they believe should have been a pass interference.
And in high school, pass interference is not a penalty from the spot. It's just a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Which I think can be used to an advantage if you obviously have got beat. You can use to your advantage.
They're gonna go gun doubles to the right, and then he's gonna roll out and he's gonna throw it.
Is this picked off by number 7, Jake Caputo?
Jake Caputo with a nice interception.
That's the second big turnover Jake Caputo has caused all by himself. I mean, the kid's playing out of his mind, and that's what he did in the few games we saw him last year. He was just making plays, and we're really excited to see him this year.
Just like he does on the lacrosse field.
Yep. The state champion winning lacrosse team. So the Mustangs will take over on offense with trips to the right.
Got Jordan Mitchell out deep to the left. And they're going to hand it off to Dre Jones here. He's going to have a seam up the middle, and he's going to break a couple tackles, and he's going to go past the 50, almost down to the 46-yard line.
With 8:36 left in the game, I don't suspect Middle Creek's going to try to necessarily go for the huge home run play and try to waste as much clock as possible.
Yeah.
Cavion Moore subbing in for Jones.
Dre Jones getting a rest after a 19-yard scamper.
Now they're going to have Kyle Woodard play as a blocker here. Harrison Ryder being the slot receiver to the right. And Ely's going to hand it out to Moore, and Moore's going to go way out right. He's going to cut back,
and
he's going to try, but there's nothing there.
It's going to be about a loss of 3 yards.
Yeah, the blocking kind of wasn't too solid on the right side, and Calvion Moore had nowhere to go and went down for 3-yard loss on the sweep right.
They tried to go sweep there. And now they're going to switch sides. They're going to go trips. They're going to triple receiver set to the left. Got Brandon Wilson as a lone receiver on the right. And the Griffons are going to look to bring a rush here, 5-man rush. And they can hand off to Moore as Moore breaks away from the tackle. They're pulling him by his jersey.
And that's going to be about, looks like they're going to say he just got back to the line of scrimmage. So that's going to bring up 3rd and 12.
And the Griffons testing the elasticity of the high-quality Middle Creek Adidas jerseys. And unfortunately, it was to Calvion Moore's disadvantage, so he thought he got away, but they pulled him back for a no gain. So it is 3rd and about 12. It trips to the left. Ely in shotgun, Mitchell lone receiver to the right. And 6:50 remaining in the game.
They're going to look to bring the 4-man rush here. There's one coming off late. That's going to be a nice throw by Ely, caught by Brandon Wilson. And he's going to be out at about the 34-yard line.
Wilson's got 3 catches tonight, and they have been big catches at that, or 4 catches, excuse me, at that, and they've been big catches, all resulting in a first down and even a touchdown for him on his receiving debut.
And looked like Francis was a little slow to get after Andrew Ely there on that last play as he's going to come out. And they're going to hand it off to Dre Jones as Dre Jones looked to almost break a tackle, and looked like just Dre Ashford was a little bit banged up there, but he's all good to go.
Dre Jones with a nice little stutter cut to find himself a hole and scamper for a yard. So it's 6:20 remaining in the game. 2nd and 9.
Home subbing in for Woodard here, and they're going to go gun doubles right again.
This is kind of the time in the game where your conditioning is going to test you, especially since Middle Creek has 20-ish more players than Rocky Mount.
They're going to look to bring the rush here. They're going to go deep in Brandon Wilson as that's almost picked off for a 4th time. As Ely tried to put the ball in the air, but Brandon Wilson got behind the defender.
Yeah, Tavon Parker thought he had another one, but
I think
Revis came over top and kind of, I don't think they called ball, and it just kind of got swatted away. So Ely catches a break on that one as he just kind of threw it up, and Wilson did get beat on that jump ball.
it's a big play call right here, especially for Rocky Mount.
So Holmes subbing out for Martin as there is some sort of referee thing going on. They had to start the play clock. They had to reset the play clock. So fresh 25 seconds for the Mustangs.
This is a big moment right here.
Ely's going to drop back. They're going to go screen. There's a flag on the play, but the play is going to continue, and Ely's going to just kind of slide, protect himself.
I think they're just going to throw offsides on Jordan Mitchell. He did move before the ball was snapped. So, and because the referee did not blow the play dead, it will probably be a legal procedure.
Yeah, illegal procedure on the Middle Creek.
Illegal shift, which is basically, I didn't call the false start when I should have, but that's okay because for the Griffons at least, they get 5 yards back. But I believe they
that's a smart play for Rocky Mountain because that brings up 4th down. So instead of giving Middle Creek another chance and make it 4th down.
So Middle Creek is kind of in that no man's land again.
And it looks like they're going to go for it.
It looks like the Griffons are going to send the house, and they're going to bring the pressure to Ely. He's going to step up in the pocket. He sheds a tackle. He's going to run for the 1st down.
Good job.
He makes a good play there with his legs.
Good job there by Ely, seeing that he could not stay in the pocket and just taking off and getting the 1st down. It's a huge pickup for Middle Creek.
If you learned anything from Dominique, it's to move his feet and escape the pocket when need to, and he is doing a fantastic job at that tonight. And the referee's actually going to bring it out for a measurement up at the box. We are hoping for a 1st down, but it is going to be a close call. It looks like he was marked at the 19-yard line, which is just above the 1st down marker.
Yeah, at this point in the game, you really want to be sure, especially in this close of a game with this time left. You really want to be sure.
So this could be a huge call, but I do believe that
And
Ely got it.
he got it.
So
Big.
a big tuck and run for Ely on the scramble. Gets a first down for the Mustangs, and it will run the clock once the chain crew gets back. And
But I believe the clock's not gonna run until the snap because he got out of bounds.
24.
And now they're going to go a 3-receiver set to the left. Sean Horton on an island by himself on the right. And the Griffons are going to continue to, and now it looks like, and they're going to hike the ball as Dre Jones is going to have a free run. He's going to make a miss as
He brought a Rocky Mount
Griffin
player's
loses,
helmet off.
Revis lost his helmet there, but Dre Jones making a great run to get inside the 5-yard line.
So Revis is going to have to go off for a play, which is pretty big because he's probably Rocky Mount's best defensive player.
And Dre Jones is going to try and tell Andrew Ely to let him get the rock and kind of Marshawn Lynch it and just beast mode it into the end zone.
Don't throw the ball, Marshawn Lynch.
They're going to go trips to the right. And they're going to feed to Dre Jones again as he tried to leap over the pile.
We got no gain as
So a second and goal here.
Jones tried to leap over the pile there, but got nowhere.
But the clock will continue the run, which is good for Middle Creek.
Yep. Shout out to our Mustang cheerleaders down there showing all their flips and tricks.
A touchdown here would be pretty big, especially with how much time is left in the game.
So now with trips to the left.
And they're probably going to look, they're going to roll out. And they're going to look to Martin as Ely's going to take it in for a score by himself. And that's a nice way to redeem yourself after having a look, as he looked to be struggling tonight with the 3 interceptions. That's a nice way to get yourself back in it.
Definitely. He's definitely shown that he can get it done with his legs, and this is going to put, pending the extra point, this is going to put Middle Creek up by 11.
Yeah, Andrew Ely really showing us what he can do with his legs tonight, and I don't think it's anything anybody can doubt him on before. He definitely can move out of the pocket and is, as good of a predecessor to Dominique as you could hope for. So Kirkland's kick is up, and it is good. So Middle Creek will go up by 11.
And this makes it so that Rocky Mount would need a field goal and a touchdown with a 2-point conversion to tie, and they would need 2 touchdowns to take the lead. Which, looking back on those 2 missed extra points, all of a sudden instead of being an 11-point game, it's a 9-point game. You only need 3 field goals to tie, or theoretically you only need a touchdown and a field goal to take the lead.
Yeah.
Which, talk about special teams.
Yeah, I mean, special teams can play a big part. We've had games in the past where special teams have won and lost a game, a hold or a blocked punt or something like that can really just shift the momentum of a football game. And, coaches always say you win 2 out of the 3 facets of a game, offense, defense, and special teams. If you can win offense and special teams, your defense can be a little lackluster and you can still win the football game. So special teams have been Middle Creek's way tonight, and
definitely.
Yeah, you can tell the difference it's made in the scoreboard. So Kirkland lining up his ball to the left side. He lines it up to the left, and he's kicked it out of the left side a couple times. So hopefully he can get it straightened out. Middle Creek is up 26-15 with 4:37 remaining in the game.
It's going to be a straight shot.
Good kick, though. Kicked it to about the 3-yard line. Mustangs are converging on the return man, and he is going to go down at the 18-yard line. The Mustangs will start out or come out on defense. Now, see right there, he kind of fought off 3 guys, and they didn't blow the whistle. But earlier when we had the fumble that was returned for a touchdown, they blew him after 1 guy was on him. So consistency is key when we are blowing plays dead. But now the Rocky Mount Griffons will take over on offense with Battle out wide left, a wing to the left, and twins right, excuse me.
And he's going to go a little slant right here. Sherrod Ray making a great play there.
Staring him down after the play, too.
Yeah, good tackle by Ray. Good. Maybe could have broke on a little faster, but doing a good job tackling Battle and not letting him get anything after the yards, but after the catch. But needs to make sure he doesn't get a taunting penalty for staring after.
He's going to drop back deep. We're going to start passing here as Williams gets the first down. He's going to get more as he's pushed out of bounds by Caputo.
Yeah, Rocky Mountain's going to be going to the sideline. A lot of stuff to the sidelines here as they want to as they want to move the ball but also stop the clock. As if you get out of bounds, the clock stops. We're going to have a timeout here.
So the Mustangs will take a timeout here with 3:56 remaining in the game. The score is 26-15. Mustangs on top. We'll be right back with the Sports Block. Welcome back to the Sports Block. The score is 26-15. The Mustangs are on top over the Griffons with 3:56 remaining in the game. I've just gotten word that Clayton has beaten now conference Rhino Garner 35-14. So that is good news for the Mustangs.
Definitely.
Especially if they come out of this game with the victory.
Lynch is going to roll out, and he's going to be sacked here. He's still trying to make
he lost the ball!
That's going to be a fumble recovery.
Mustangs were diving
by number 7, Jake Caputo.
Jake Caputo with his third, recovered turnover of the game. 2 recovered fumbles, 1 forced fumble, and an interception. This kid is a turnover machine, and we are happy to have him back on the field.
Yeah. Jake Caputo's doing it in the secondary, and Joey Maya's doing it on the defensive line.
Yeah, Joey's getting all the tackles, and Jake's getting all the turnovers. I mean, Ely's tossed 3 interceptions, but Jake Caputo alone has forced 3 turnovers himself, so it evens out.
They can use Woodard as a blocker motion to Martin, and Ely's going to keep it himself. He's going to run up the field, and he's going to be tackled just at the 20-yard line. They make it just inside the red zone.
And that's a good fake you want after running that kind of sweep to the running back, which was Rasheed Martin, a couple times, faked all the Griffon defenders out, and Ely scampered up to the 19-yard line for a first down. So 3:30 remaining. Mustangs are going to try and take some time off the play clock, try to run the game out with an 11-point lead over the Griffons.
Definitely. Or give the Rocky Mountain back the ball with as little time as possible.
Yeah.
They're just going to go H doubles here, and they're going to go call quarterback draw as Ely. He's going to cut to the outside, and he's going to get in the end zone for his second rushing touchdown tonight.
Great play call and good vision by Andrew Ely, rushing for his second touchdown of the night, getting both of those in the fourth quarter and giving Middle Creek a 32-15 lead, pending the extra point. Middle Creek, the fourth quarter team, taking it from a 19-15 game and stretching the lead out to what is looking like it's going to be 18 points.
Let's hope.
So Kirkland on to kick this extra point, with Adam Schmidt to hold. With 3:09 remaining, I think it's tough for the Griffons to come back as Kirkland's kick is up, and it is good. So 33-15. Mustangs are happy on the sideline, but never, ever will they relent. The respect between these two teams is at its utmost, so don't expect Coach Ragland to try and run up the score on these guys. The Mustangs love playing the Griffons, and it is a respectful rivalry, if you will. So after that touchdown, the Mustangs will come on to kick the ball off. Kirkland will not be kicking this one. It will be Holmes, Hunter Holm, on to kick this one. Holmes. Give Kirkland a rest. He's done well tonight.
19 yards.
And the Griffons are just going to try and find something that'll beat this Mustang defense that has held them to 15 points tonight. And the one touchdown that the Griffons have scored was on a pick 6 from Andrew Ely. So really, the Mustangs have only given up 9 points on 3 different field goals.
Yeah, that's right. I had to think about that for a second.
I've been out of school for a while, so my math is a little shaky.
You and me both.
Then we're at Lake Forest. Then we're at Millbrook.
So Holmes on for the kick. Rocky Mount making sure everybody is on side. Everybody's ready. Home ball is up. And a deep kick to.
Going to take it from his own 1. He's going to run this out, and he's probably going to get nowhere close to the 20. He's going to be stopped just short by 3 yards.
Fantastic tackle by number 24, Zahid Stubbs. Sophomore making a big play on special teams. Or excuse me, the senior making a big play on special teams.
Yeah, so with 3:02 remaining, this is big time for Rocky Mountain because they got to get a score on this drive quickly if they want to have a chance at winning this football game.
Yeah, the Middle Creek defense is obviously trying to prevent them from scoring a touchdown at all.
And they're going to go 3, and they're going to bring 2 DBs down, and that's going to be blown up by Chop.
Chop
they continue to try to run the ball, as that was Brown on that carry there, as he barely got back to the line of scrimmage. And Chop has really made himself a name tonight, just making all the stops down there in the trenches.
Yeah, Chop undersized at the nose guard position, but he's got an explosive first step, and he just shoots through the gap and makes these big plays when he has the chance. So with 2:30 remaining in the game, the Griffons look to just be running out the clock, just trying to kill the game.
And they're going to go at the gut again, as that was Watson there, shedding a couple tackles, and gets about a 7-yard gain there. It's going to be about 3rd and 3.
In this second half, Watson has kind of been not giving the ball as much as he probably should have been, as he was kind of carrying the workload early on for the Griffons.
We're going to go 3rd and 2 here, as they're going to, of course, keep the 3 on the line. They're going to bring 2. They're going to have 2 linebackers on the edge to stop the run here, and looks like Watson may have been stopped just short, and they're going to give him the first down.
Watson on the carry.
So the Griffons look to be just running the clock out. They have conceded victory. Javante Richardson will be coming out for Juwan Guzman. Hunter Weinberg has also checked in at the right outside backer. Sherrod Ray still at that right corner slot. This ball is handed off the gut to Williams.
And Williams
Guzman
really had nowhere to go there.
Yeah, Guzman making a good stop, kind of made Williams bounce off of him after he shed his block. Skylar Wilkerson will be checking in for Juwan Guzman after his helmet came off. So with a minute and minute 10 remaining, the Griffons just run the ball, getting their guys some carries and buffing their stats up a little bit.
Yeah, I think tonight the secondary kind of.
They're going to go deep here. Lynch is going to have an open receiver, but Sherrod Ray making a great play there, just deflecting the ball, creating that incompletion.
Yeah, Shaheem Johnson with a good route, but the ball was a little slow coming from Lynch, and Sherrod Ray makes a good break on it. As
Lynch Flitchman, they're subbing in.
Yeah, I think the secondary tonight definitely showed you why it was a question mark, but at times it definitely showed that it had bright spots. So I expect Coach Harris to get that fixed before Heritage comes here next week.
Well, 58 seconds remaining.
They're going to run it up the gut with Watson, and Watson making a nice move, and he's chucking. And he made a nice play there. He's going to get to about midfield there.
Big man.
And just ran over Sherrod Ray. Watson is 235 pounds, and Sherrod Ray is not. So Watson just running over Ray and getting a first down.
I don't
Clock
play.
will run at
I
45
don't-
seconds.
I don't play football, but if I did and I was in a game like this, I would. That's one of the people I would not want to get in the way of.
Yeah, big guys like that are always tough to take down, but Jacob Pito made a good play after Ray got run over.
Like they might bring a corner blitz here. See, they're gonna go play action. He's gonna roll out, and he's gonna go deep, as that looked to almost been picked off. As that was Tyler Belcher playing good coverage there.
With 20.6 seconds to go in the game,
That was intended for Williams.
Middle Creek's going to improve to 1-0 on the year, and Rocky Mount's going to drop to 0-1, and Middle Creek is going to take a trio series lead since Coach Ragland has been here.
Yeah, 2015, the Rocky Mount Middle Creek kind of brotherly rivalry began. Like we call them like their younger brothers because they're in 3A, but they compete really hard, and they've been championship contenders for the past couple years. The ball is now handed off on a sweep, and that should run the clock out. I mean, just a fantastic game by the Mustangs to win the game 33-15. I mean, I got nothing better to say than much respect to Rocky Mount. They played a fantastic game. And the game is officially over. The final score is 33-15. Mustangs come out on top. We are going to quickly go over to our man Jason Smith for some sponsorship announcements.
Middle Creek Stampede Club would like to thank all of our corporate sponsors for supporting the Middle Creek High School student athletes. The Stampede Club has invited one of our thoroughbred sponsors to be with us tonight to recognize their contributions to the Middle Creek High School student athletes. Hendrick Carey Auto Mall proudly sponsors your Middle Creek Mustangs, the Triangle's largest inventory of new Chevrolet, Dodge, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Kia, Fiat, and over 5,000 pre-owned vehicles. Check out their inventory online at www.careyautomall.com, conveniently located throughout the Triangle. The Stampede Club would also like to thank our thoroughbred sponsor, Pierce Group Benefits, for supporting the Middle Creek Mustangs. Pierce Group is a group of dedicated and knowledgeable professionals and a management team that has over 100 years of combined industry experience. Now back to you.
Thank you, Jason. So the final score was 33-15. Mustangs come out on top. I'm Daniel Ingman, and signing off for the last time with Vincent Maxwell and Adam Ireland. I truly thank the Sports Block for letting us come back, and I'm signing off for one last time. Booyah.